What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the
Oh my
podcast.
God. Right away, you start up with the bullshit. Woo! Here we go. You on. I'm Nirvana.
And I am the dynamicist. Come on.
And we and we're
All right, running back.
I'm Nirvana
And I am the dynamicist.
and we're unlatched.
Unlatched.
I mean literally.
Literally. Every time.
I don't know how we came up with that name. I can't remember, but it's so fitting
Yeah.
because you just
Yeah.
fucking never know. We never fucking know.
Never know. Never you just it's always a surprise.
Hi
Uh
Susan. Hi
always
Tia.
a surprise.
Hi True.
Oh, let me get to the chat. Let's see what's happening over there.
Oh, they talking about you already.
What's good with it? They ain't
Per
saying
you.
nothing.
Oh, they didn't right here. They didn't say nothing. They didn't say nothing.
They ain't saying nothing.
Hi, Cherokee.
Nothing.
Good
What's
evening,
happening? What's good with it,
Cherokee.
Cherokee? What's happening?
Welcome.
Susan, appreciate you for Cy and Tia. Thanks for showing up. Truth, it's already
I
always
think
love.
Tia's. This is her first time being absent in
No,
47
Tia's right
episodes.
here. She's
No, she's not.
she won't be here.
Look at yeah.
Oh, okay.
She says she won't be here. So
Mm.
I said okay because we can't expect people to always be there. You know, sometimes people won't be there, and you have to be okay with that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You
Yes,
do?
I do know.
Okay.
I do know. I have quite a bit of experience with that.
With what? People not being there for you?
No, not necessarily that, but just
Oh.
being willing to accept what
Oh.
people can do, um,
Hmm.
even if it doesn't line up with what I would have liked them to do.
And you have to be okay with that.
Oh yeah, definitely you have
Hmm.
to. It's easier said than done at times, but you definitely have to be okay with it
I hate when
in
you
order for
use
your
your
process.
therapy voice. It's so irking to me. I know
This
you
is not
don't.
my therapy verse.
I know you don't want to. You don't think of it, but it's like I could. When you, it's your serious voice.
Nah,
Hi,
this
Susan.
this this ain't that one either. You want to hear what I sound like when I'm in therapy?
No, I don't. Hi, Susan. Hi, Marianne. Marianne's always here. She's always in the background. I have my.
Always.
I have Hi, just Danny. All of me. Hey, 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 sis, King, Mont, and Chad.
What's
Yo,
happening? Thank
yo.
y'all for sliding. Always
I
a
like your
pleasure.
purple icon. My stomach is a little bit.
Oh yeah, that purple icon. Let me see that. Put that purple icon back up there for a minute. What's happening?
That's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I really appreciate everybody that's here. I have on my Mr. Magoo glasses.
I'm
That's
not judging you tonight.
That's Mr. Magoo. For those that don't know, this is what my husband said I look like with these glasses. These are his least favorite of all of my glasses.
Those are his least favorite.
Yep. Look,
Did you poll anybody else?
look what this what he said I look like. Look, when we were on vacation, we were at our friend's house, and we were all hanging out in the living room,
Yeah.
and he said I look like Mr. Magoo in front of everybody, and he said that when we were on the airplane on our way to Cali, did I tell
Mm-hmm.
you this already?
No.
That I had the window seat, and he told them that he was trying to look out the window, but my glasses were in the way. So when he was trying to look out the window, he was looking through my lens, and he said it's really, really thick. So he couldn't see out the window, so he just turned his head. And then he said she looked like Mr. Magoo. Now, not everybody knows what Mr. Magoo, who Mr. Magoo is, because it's an old character. So I had to Google it, and this is what I saw.
Oh, you didn't know who that was at first?
No, I've heard of the name, but I knew it was some kind of character with big ass glasses. So I Googled it, and this is so I've embraced it. So whenever I wear these glasses, And I'll be honest with you guys. I've when I've bought these glasses, these are Kate Spade. They're dupes for Kate Spade, right? Oh, Truth says she likes these better. I've only had one compliment out in public with these glasses because all of my glasses are kind of strange. But these people don't compliment me.
Mm, I wonder why.
This is why right here. Okay, you want to go into a song? Hi guys, we appreciate you coming. You want to go into your song, Jason,
Yeah, let's run it.
or should we do mine first?
Um,
What
Fuck
kind
your
of
song. Let's
energy
play
you want?
mine. I don't know what your song is, but I got a strong feeling it.
Here
I'm
we
probably
go.
gonna say fuck that
He
song.
knows what song. I just played it a minute ago. Then
I
let's go
don't
to
know.
his song. Okay, you guys, get your stuff together. I'm gonna
My
go.
shit is dope though.
I'm gonna
Listen,
go pack my bowl while
add
you
this
guys
to your
listen to this.
playlist.
Okay,
It's a
while
W.
you guys listen to this slow song, don't go to sleep. Just hold on. I'll be right back. Jason, keep you. You better keep them entertained so they don't fall asleep on the song you chose.
First of all,
Tell
my
them,
song ain't shitty.
tell them the name
Just
of it.
just play my motherfucking song, man.
Okay,
Damn.
here it is.
Now let's vibe.
I'll be back. Thank you. You guys are so sweet, lying to me about my glasses.
So that's that ride music. You just hit the coastline wherever you at.
Time don't make it better. I just keep on falling for you.
Shit, y'all know how that is.
We change like the weather. I just can't keep waiting for you.
We're gonna have a good show tonight.
You can clearly see God made a masterpiece, and it's getting so hard trying to cope living without you. Please don't change your smile. You're the only one I love. Please never doubt that you're gonna be the only one for me. I've been sitting down waiting so desperately. Time don't make it better. I just keep on falling for you. We change like the weather. I just can't keep waiting on you. You can really see God made a masterpiece, and it's getting so hard trying to cope living without you. I got no fear in me, but it feels stupid trying to make it see. Cause you got me feeling high like a kite, you see. If it don't make sense, it ain't meant to be. But tears don't make it better.
Go,
I
Marianne.
just can't keep
Explain that dress, girl. Yeah.
We change like the weather. I just can't keep falling on you.
So I'm gonna have to
You can really see God made a masterpiece, and it's getting so hard trying to find the key. If I wait any longer, my heart will bleed. Can't spend my whole life in a lucid dream. When my friends tell me that I got a love disease, cause I said I won't believe if I have to do life without you.
God gave me the vocals. Yeah. Oh, it's so gifted. Y'all wouldn't be able to shut me the fuck up. It's bad. You can do that. You can mix it to one note. I'll be stupid all day long. Singing one note. Yeah, do better. You gotta be a special motherfucker.
Is everybody still awake?
Oh, we in here, man. Leave us alone. Come on, truth. All I think about is you. That's what they say right now.
They like it.
Listen, this group, they got some nice songs. So you definitely vibe out with it. It's real cool, chill music. So you drink, chill out, do what you do. But I like to drive personally. I hop in my whip. I ain't even got no destination. I'm just out in the streets. I'm gonna find somewhere to go.
Cherokee said I'll be listening to this tomorrow at work.
So that is Masterpiece by Salt. All I think about is you.
Definitely some shit you could
So
put
God
the
made a
top back to.
masterpiece. Huh?
That's definitely some shit you could put the top back to
Oh, for sure.
and just drive down the highway. Is my sound okay now?
You know, it was coming through a little choppy a second ago, but I think
Was it
it's starting to clear
with
up.
the music, or was it me talking? Is it okay now?
Yeah, it sounds better. Sounds good. Yeah,
Okay.
like the lyrics were kind of muffled, but
Damn, I don't know what's going on. Okay, but that's not important.
not at all.
What do you want to talk about? Hi. Okay, first of all, Sugar Daddy's never here.
What's happening, SD? What's good with
SD
it?
is never here.
So run the next one. What's
What-
the next song?
Oh, you want to run another song? You want to do my song now?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but y'all act like you really liked his song, so now I don't want to play mine. You
No,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can play your song. Let's listen to it.
Look at Susan. Look at our chat. They're so kind. They're like, "I'm sorry, High Truth. I'm sorry. I think I missed you." Look how kind.
This is the energy. I'm telling you, our energy in this group of people, like we vibe, we vibers. That's what we do.
We vibe. Okay, we're gonna play my song. Let's take it back to the '90s R&B, baby.
Let's go.
R&B style. Jason, be quiet. Don't talk to my song. Don't talk to my shit now. Come on.
Just let me be me.
Touch me, tease me.
Oh,
that's the name of the
shit.
song.
Oh, I'm
Ooh,
talking.
y'all know who that's by? No. All right, y'all.
Let me take this.
Touch me, tease me, and come on.
My body be laced up, Vanilla Tracy, he's a Bugatti, Isaac Mizrahi, around the Dolce, Gabbana sipping pure play with the ill
Thank
nana.
you, Marianne.
Off the rack, I had your loyalties
I
and your
appreciate
points,
you.
and your royalties and your points. So what the deal is? The Foxy Brown make case. Now we lace Bonnie and Clyde. Now I'm up in Jamaica breaking all your paper.
You're the only one for me. You're the only one I need. You're nobody make me feel the way you're making me feel. And girl,
Marianne. That's
love
for you.
is
I appreciate the
it.
love always.
You touch me, seize me, feel me and caress me. Hold on tight, don't let go. Baby, I'm about to explode. Oh yeah, with all my love it can control. Ooh.
I got a couple things I do want to say.
I'll spend the night with you. If I promise you with me, all the things to make me scream, and you know just what I mean. 'Cause tonight you feel like I was free. I wanna make you fall in love, make you touch the stars above. Even low and be my friend. I'll come back and hit it again. And again and again and again. Oh, 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 oh. Touch me, touch me, hold tight and don't let go. Yeah, I'm about to explode.
Hey, thanks for
I'm
sliding through and tapping in during the chocolate drop. We do appreciate it. It's all love.
Can
We
you
love you
feel me
anytime.
coming down? Boy, let me get that Lex, urban sex, weather than the Aquarios, flashing, nigga that satin. Funk slow when they jets and coops, my one stacking. You ain't know that I be macking, the extra set the keys, the 30 G's, them trips the Baileys, had you living on your knees. Not to mention the laced out crib in Dallas, the 40 room palace, sipping for Dallas. What? Oh, yeah. Don't let go. Oh, no. I'm about to explode. I'm gone.
What happened? Did I do that? Y'all just wait. This is important what I'm doing. I
Is it
can't
really?
believe I just interrupted the thing. That was on accident.
Is it really important?
A little bit. Hold on. I guess whatever I'm doing.
Tia, thank you for coming back in.
Tia's here? I
This
thought she said
this
she
is
was
the
going to
shit
be
that we have to
absent.
deal with when you're not around.
I thought she was going to be absent.
She was, and she tapped. She just tapped back in for a hot minute, possibly. But
Okay. Let me take care of this.
somebody's got to be able to keep you on task because you
Nobody can
liable to
do
do
that.
all kinds of shit.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Touch me, seize me.
You
Oh,
want to
you
mute yourself,
got
Tia?
to don't let go, don't let go. I'm about to explode. Here I come again. All you gotta do, all you gotta do, let him die and go, let go. Touch me, touch me. Seize me. Don't let go of my
Mm.
I
Yeah,
had
that's a
to
nice
take
song.
care of that. Is it you like that song?
Yeah, yeah, but you sound far away again.
I am. What about now?
You sound better now.
Well, my microphone's over by the speakers. You could. Did the music sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay. It was it choppy?
No.
Okay, good. Um, I'm done with the music. I mean, I would have to do something real quick, but I'm done.
Is it that serious to do right
Yeah,
now?
yeah. hmm It
Clearly
was
is.
it was urgent. You're not urgent. You can wait. You'll be all right. Okay, now we're done with that. This was a very okay. You guys liked his song. Okay, that's fine. I'm still stuck on that. I'm
Yeah.
stuck on that.
You didn't like it?
Not it. It's just slow. But if you vibing, it's all good. Okay. Oh, Tia dropped the welcome thing. So anyway, chocolate drop. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. What did SD say earlier? He said, Nirvana. This is a. Oh, this is Cherokee. This is a song. Good song. I like it. Okay. Um. Anyway. Oh, here she is. Chocolate drop. Hi, Nirvana, Jason, and chat. Y'all be vibing tonight. Good to see y'all. Just wanted to stop by and say hi. Thank you so much. Did you acknowledge that already,
For
Dynamics?
sure. Yeah, that was why you were distracted and not paying attention to shit. Yeah,
Okay.
I did.
SD said the music was set on kill. I don't get that.
Hmm.
Was set on kill.
Yeah, he's
What does it
possibly
mean?
saying you fucked it up, whatever it was.
No, that's not what he's saying. He's
clearly,
like,
clearly, you interrupted the flow.
oh no, I'm so sorry.
No, you're not really
We
sorry.
vibed. We vibed out, you guys, the other night playing music. Me and Jason. What night was that?
Mm,
It was Wednesday night. It was
was it
Juneteenth.
Wednesday?
Because I was off
Yeah, but see, I wasn't here for the music part. I came in just when we were
later.
talking.
Yeah.
Um,
hmm
so yeah, but it is what it is on that one.
It was kind of loud. Oh, the music was loud. But he's older. I think SD's like in his 70s. I think it just might have been overkill for him.
Hey, didn't SD play Fortnite with y'all one night?
Yeah,
One day?
he comes over every Sunday.
Yeah. Okay.
A Fort
Yeah.
gamer on the Fortnite. Thank
Shit,
you, girl. I mean, you're welcome. She said
he was
thank you.
out there though.
Huh?
Yeah, he was out there with y'all though. I don't even
Yeah,
be online.
SD cooler than a fan, boy. Cool old man. You know how I picture him because I've never seen a picture of him, but I picture him like like an old man that wears dress shoes and jeans.
Hey, that actually came in though.
Is coming back.
It was in at least about 2-3 years ago, where that's kind of what you saw, like when people would go out. But this is in Atlanta though, so that might have been more
Jeans,
of a
like some Stacy Adams, some
man. Yeah, I
some
mean,
jeans, flooding jeans, like tight. Because
no,
I think
no,
he's real.
nigga, not
I think
flooding
he's
jeans,
skinny. So I picture him being, and then like a button down with like unbuttoned, like the first two
nigga.
with a.
That look is fire though.
Oh god damn.
Look,
Let's talk. Let's get on the subject.
I'm just saying though, that look is fire, especially with the jeans. If you got the right kind of jeans, right kind of shoes, nice shirt, oh, shit, boy,
Well, I
I'm
gotta
telling you.
be in the 70s. No, I meant born in the 70s. Anyway,
You did say he was in it.
jeans with creases. Right. See? And SD, do you iron your jeans? Do you have like a water bottle? You know them old niggas got a water bottle or a wet towel. They put it on the top of the jean and they had that shit on the highest setting it could go.
I actually still do.
You still do that? You still
Hmm.
spray with a water bottle?
I use starch too, depending on what I'm wearing.
Yeah, I don't see you. I don't think you iron.
Oh, I do.
You
Oh, I
iron?
do.
Because you was wrinkled when we came out there.
It gets so bad for me. Like I actually went and invested in a real nice iron because I was like, oh yeah, them better irons give you more weight. They
hmm
give you more control, so you can hit them creases real nice and crisp. Yeah,
So how
yeah,
much was your iron?
like $100 something.
Damn, nigga. Was it cast iron? God damn.
It was dope though. It's a dope iron. I don't know
You
the
don't you
name of
don't
it.
even use it.
Yeah, I do. It's in my
When was the
room.
last time you used it?
Like 2-3 days ago.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I use it. I got a
hmm
whole like a fucking ironing board thing. You remember when you was at the house? You remember that that metal thing that was on the wall?
Oh, in your bedroom?
Yeah,
hmm
that's an ironing board. So
Mm.
I'll just
So you
open it
just
up
let it out.
and
You
drop the
let it
ironing
out
board out. Yeah.
and drop it low and get
No,
to ironing.
I don't know.
Okay.
Pause. But no, I drop just yeah,
I'm
let
just
it
saying.
down. Iron is in there sometimes, or it's in my closet. But yeah, man, I actually invested in that because I still do. You
Mm,
know,
I have an iron too, but I don't iron. Like I try not to. Before COVID, everything went to the cleaners. Like I just put everything in the cleaners, t-shirts, all my clothes. I literally and every time I wanted to wear something, I would just pop the plastic. But after COVID, I throw everything in the damn dryer. I wet it up a little bit, spray it down with some water, throw that motherfucker in the dryer, and however the fuck it comes out. But I'm not going nowhere really important. So
Okay, now, sugar daddy, I'm gonna walk with you on this
Come on, tell how old you
because
are,
we
SD.
we did that too, though. So you can't be too much far removed from where I'm at because we would use Stay Flow or we use actually the actual cornstarch in a spray bottle with water
Chocolate drop.
and just
Wait,
be on
what
that
was
thing.
what was in the bottle?
Cornstarch,
Cornstarch, like when I fry my
literal
chicken.
literal cornstarch in the
What
bottle
in the
with
bottle?
some water. Now, I will say this though, it's gonna fuck up the outside. So we used to have to you turn your jeans on the inside out,
Hmm.
then you do it with you put the little stuff down, spray it, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you get a dope ass that's
Cornstarch
I used to call them like Teflon jeans because my shit would not move. Like that crease and the little crumples in them. Oh yeah, they wouldn't
from the
move.
cornstarch. So cornstarch makes your chicken crispy and your jeans.
It
That should have
can.
been a slogan. Cornstarch
It can.
will make your jeans and your chicken crispy.
Yeah. I fucked up quite a few irons, but about like
I have
that. But
never
it is what
done
it is.
this. I have never heard such a thing. Anyway, you're not even that old. Okay, SD was born in the 70s. Let's get off of SD. Let's leave him alone. Thank you for coming, SD. Um, the star blocks, they don't know nothing about that. Anyway, come on, you old man. Let's move on. Oh, starch blocks. Oh, yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's
No,
ridiculous.
listen.
No, well, can we talk about something else, please? This is just ridiculous. What?
In the
This is not
pursuit of style, you got to do what you got to do. That's all I want to say.
in the pursuit of style. And everybody has a different style. Okay, Jason, what's the topic?
Oh, here she goes. Here she goes with this shit.
I smoked. I'm just trying to keep my buzz. I had to get my little buzz going. Oh, wait. Let me make sure. Um, touch me, tease me, something and caress me. Hold on tight and don't let go. Baby, I'm about to explode. Look at the dog. The dog's running in here. Go, go. Nothing's wrong. Them motherfuckers came running in here like 911. What's wrong with mama?
clearly,
Oh,
clearly, she's having there's something.
honesty. Here we go. That was the topic. Now, Jason,
What's happening?
I came up with the topic. I
Yeah.
don't know how I did. I woke up from my nap and I was trying to think of a topic.
Huh?
And I want you to do better with coming up with topics. Okay? We have had 2 weeks where we just went haywire and we said we just gonna let it flow with no
Yeah. Okay.
topic. Okay? When we where you could get better is help come up with topics.
Okay.
And I would like I would like you to be more active on this podcast. I
Hmm.
want you to share clips. You stop making clips. I mean, I feel like you've thrown in the towel.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
have you thrown in the towel?
No, but I'm listening though. So go ahead and
I
continue.
I like your pinky ring.
Yeah. Don't worry about the pinky ring. Go ahead and continue though. No, let's
You
let's
don't
let's keep
scare me,
going.
nigga.
No, I want you to keep digging this hole. Go ahead.
Anyway, so that's the topic I came up with. Is it all? What was the topic, Jason? How do I see the topic? Oh, here it is. Is honesty always the best policy?
Hmm.
I don't know why I came up with that topic. I don't think it's hey Chipo. I don't think it's
What's
really
happening, Chipo?
interesting per se because I don't have an example. I just
Well,
made
you
it
just
up.
were given one, so let's stay. We can stay right there. You just were given a good example, and then we can talk about that. But I want you to
I
continue.
want you to come up with topics. Next week topic is gonna be your top. I don't know but let me think about that
No, no,
because
no, no. Go ahead.
sometimes
No, no, no. Keep
no,
digging the hole.
no,
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
digging a
Keep
hole.
digging the hole. Keep
Okay,
going. Cause, cause in actuality, I want you to continue with what you're saying. And this is the reason why I'm single.
oh, he said this is the reason why he's single.
This has got to be one of them. It's got
Oh
to be
my
one of the
God, here we
reasons
go. We
why
about to find out why
I'm
he's
single.
single.
And one of the reasons possibly why is because I keep motherfucking receipts.
You keep
I'm not.
receipts.
Oh, I keep receipts.
I thought
And
only
I'm not.
females did that.
Huh?
Hi, kids. I thought only females kept
Nah,
receipts.
nah, 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 nah.
Oh,
See,
okay.
niggas who's emotionally intelligent, they
Mm-hmm.
understand because they track conversations. Because at the end of the day, it's about understanding clearly, right?
Mm-hmm.
So on our cell phones, on
What are
both.
you showing? First of
Oh,
all, be
no, hold
careful
on.
what
Don't
you
worry about
show.
it. It's my turn now. No, we finna talk
Nigga,
about it.
you
Hold
think
on.
you all that? The shit is blurry. Niggas can't even see it because your
Nah.
background is
Yeah,
blurry.
that's what it is. All right.
What do you want? I could just tell. I don't have
Nah,
no
fuck that. I want them to see this. So
the
on
notes.
our podcast, we have in our notes unlatched podcast topics. And weekly, I've put in several different topics in
Have you
that
put in some recently?
in the share group. And this is the second share group that we've had
How
about
do
the
I
same
get to it
subject.
on my phone? It doesn't alert me.
Your shared, it's your motherfucking picture is at the top. So you're
Where
in
is?
this
How do I get
motherfucking
to
group.
it?
You're
When
in
I
the
hit,
group. That's your
wait.
face right there. That
Okay,
little
hold
red
on.
dot.
Oh, here it is.
That's you.
Unlatched podcast topics. You haven't updated this.
Listen, these are topics that we had for the podcast. Now, here's another thing. This is the second group that we've done on the note section about podcast topics. Now, here's the other part. I
I'll be right
submit
back, y'all. I'll
topics.
be right back.
No, don't go. No, don't go nowhere. Come back. No, no, don't go nowhere. Yeah, I will submit topics. She don't like my fucking topics. And what she typically says is, "Oh, that's boring. I don't want to talk about that."
I've said that one
No, you said
time.
that multiple times.
Oh
Oh,
my.
that's boring. I said, okay, well, look, here's the
Hi,
thing about me.
Brooks.
What's that, Brooks? Here's the thing about me. I can pretty much talk about whatever because I'm pretty flexible about that. So I don't mind.
There's some things you're not flexible about.
Yeah. Like what?
That's like the conversation last night. You do have boundaries. Okay, go ahead. I'm not gonna go there. Anyway,
So,
hell yeah, keep receipts. Here we go. Here we
yeah.
go.
So listen. We have the note thing where we both can edit. I've added some topics in there. So
I
when there's
did
questions
too.
about whatever we want to talk about, we could have talked about side pieces and sneaky links tonight.
Okay, come
We
on,
could
let's
have
do it.
talked about
Oh yeah,
bipolar
let's
and mental health.
yes.
We could have
Oh,
talked about sometimes you got to take the L. And that was one thing that I came up with. But nevertheless, at the end of the day,
sometimes you gotta take the L.
yeah.
And then you see what I put in parentheses? Because I knew I wasn't gonna remember. You see what I wrote?
Yeah, exactly. Now this is the
I
shit
said,
I'm talking
remind me
about.
how we came up. Oh, and
So
I have the Shoni O'Neill.
oh, now you see it now. Okay. You see it.
Okay. I mean, but still, just come up with a topic.
No. But the point is, we have topics. You don't like that, and so my assessment of how we do this podcast, I believe that the best thing for you is for you to be free to do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Oh,
I'm
me?
neutral because I don't. It doesn't make a difference to me. So I can flow with you whichever direction you decide to go in.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I know it's important for you because when we have hard topics that are, you don't feel like you have enough content to talk about those things and you feel uncomfortable with shit like that. So in my
I
approach
do
with you, yes, you do.
Listen, how you gonna tell me how I feel about something?
Because I know how you feel because I observe you.
I
I
just
watch
want it
you
to be
all the
interesting.
time. I talk to you weekly and
Like
I watch you.
to talk about. Okay, I just want to have a good time. Like mental health is important, right? But what's the actual like? What are we talking about? Is it gonna be sad? I mean, maybe it's not sad. Maybe it's serious topics I just think are boring. Like I don't want to talk about. But if they come up, it's okay. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. We can talk about whatever.
You don't care.
Thank you, Rooks. Rooks said hit the like button.
Look at that. SD, you know what? You might be on to something. But we're gonna keep that on the hush though, because she don't know what she actually saying, but it's okay. We getting
Rooks,
go ahead, continue.
You know what? Have you responded to the people in the comments?
Right here?
A public apology is necessary. No, it's not. Fuck him.
I think so.
Fuck him. Okay.
And this is what I deal with.
Listen.
So
God
it's
damn.
honestly always the best policy. I think honesty is a great policy to have.
You know
I
what?
really do. I really
He
do.
thinks he could bring out this little receipt. You know what I'm saying, on this phone, and we both have stuff in there. But we created that note months ago.
And this is the second note, and we add to the notes. So whenever there's a
But we
need,
haven't
there
been
are
adding to
topics.
the notes.
But we never even talked about the shit that's on the notes. We've never touched on this shit.
Your octave, your is going
Oh, that's
up.
what it is. So I'm yelling and I'm making you feel
No, it's
uncomfortable.
like, what do you call it when you start talking like this? When it go up, that's what you're doing. Your is this
So now
elevated.
you're saying I'm talking like a bitch. That's what you're
No,
saying.
I'm saying
I sound like
you're
a bitch.
getting
That's what you're
excited, and I don't want you to get excited. I'm not
saying.
trying to hurt your feelings.
Hmm. This is what
No, let's
happens.
move on. This is not fun
Oh
anymore.
no, this is great. I think this
It's
is
not
great
fun
content.
anymore. It was fun at first. I do not feel like it's not fun anymore.
It's not.
Look,
So
they
look,
yes.
but no, I do think
What should we talk about?
I think it's important. We could talk about whatever. I know the last time we were talking,
Look at Mary Ann. You keep telling me that. First of all, Susan said leave. Somebody said leave Jason alone. Now Mary Ann talking about Nirvana be nice. What?
yeah, because you're sometimes a bully up here, but it's okay because I'm a big boy.
I've never had. I've never had a side chick, but I've been the snick a few times. Side nigga in charge. Is that what that means? Ah, is that what that means, old man? You the side nigga in charge?
First of all, SD said he's not old, so
How old are you, SD? I think he's in. He told us.
but yeah, what is the SNIC? A side nigga in charge. That's what that might mean.
Rook said, "Where you been? What SD? Rooks, make a Can you make a short on that? I think people need to be aware of a SNIC.
Yeah, and sugar daddy energy because I like that shit though.
What,
Actually,
sugar daddy?
hell yeah, energy.
Oh, sugar daddy energy. Okay.
So I was watching this podcast this morning, as a matter of fact, and the homie was he was talking, and he said it was these basketball players, female basketball players, and he's like, man, it's like 4 of them. He said, listen, y'all do what y'all got to do. He said, I'm gonna take the charge. He said, well, if the WNBA fines you, fuck it, let me know and I'll pay your fines, whatever. And what he ended with was, he said, yeah, because I got a budget.
I got a
And
budget.
the way he said it, I know what that fucking feels like. When you get to a point in your career where you have extracurricular income that you can just blow just to do whatever with.
Mhm.
It's like I won't miss this at all.
Right.
Right. I'm still touching on what I need to touch on. I'm handling what I need to handle. I got my investments. I got this. I got that. Woo, woo, woo. House is cool, whatever. But it is somewhat of a fucking liberating feeling, though, to get to that point when you have sugar daddy energy and you can just do whatever, like, within reason, right? It comes with levels. But
where you can afford to be a sugar daddy. Because a sugar daddy, it ain't cheap. That means, right?
Yes and no.
Oh, yes and
Think
no.
about it. So it's levels, right? So for instance,
Sugar daddy.
some people might need help with paying a bill. Let's say the bill's $600, right?
God damn,
Some
is that the
people
car
might,
note?
huh?
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just saying. I'm using something as an example, right?
I know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be quiet.
Some people might need help paying a bill here, light bill. What is that? 180, if they had, or whatever the case may be. Well, to some people,
done this before, he knows the amount. Go ahead.
First of all, don't put my business in the
Does
street.
she have to give wet benefits? Wait, they're going off in this comment.
No,
Look,
this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, firstly, don't put my business in the street. Secondly, I'm not a sugar daddy yet. Yeah,
this pinky ring says otherwise.
No,
go
it's
ahead.
coming. It's
I know
coming.
it is. You your daddy's son.
I feel my energy. Don't fuck around and let me go get the cowboy hat, because I guarantee you, that nigga right there with the cowboy hat,
Yeah.
that nigga's gonna be a monster out there. He gonna be out there. Oh, you need help with that? Oh, baby dog, you ain't got no words.
Not baby
Just let me know.
doll.
Oh,
This
I
nigga,
got you.
he ready, y'all. He's a pre. I
It's,
wonder if
it's
there's a
coming.
name for a pre sugar daddy. Do you have to be a certain age? No, you could be a sugar daddy. Let me Google it.
I think you do. I think there's an age limit. No, it could be this shit right here. You see the grades on my beard? I think that might be the prerequisite. You gotta have some gray hair.
You
You
gotta
gotta
have
have
gray hair.
something. You gotta have gray hair somewhere.
Oh,
I
there's
got
an app. It's called Sugar Daddy Meet. Oh my god! I just googled sugar daddy, and there's an app. If you're
yeah,
looking for a sugar daddy,
and let me fuck you up with this one. If you look up the term sugar babies, like there's people that advertise, I want to be a sugar baby.
mm-hmm,
So it's like sugar daddy's got the money, I'll be a
mm-hmm.
sugar baby. Wooty 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 woo. So
Okay, look
yeah,
at this. Is the official definition for a sugar daddy by Oxford Dictionary.
Oxford.
A
What
rich
them niggas know?
older man who lavishes gifts on a young woman in return for her company or sexual favors.
It's the favors for me.
Sounds.
It's the favors. So,
Oh my god, you are an idiot. This dude said it's
bro,
the favors for me. All that shit I just said, it's the favors for me.
listen.
Well, isn't
Yeah,
that a prostitute
no, it's not. It's different. It's a little different.
or a
It's a little
pimp?
different.
No, you're the client. You're
Yeah, but
paying
I'm
for
just
her
saying.
time.
Yeah, but it's different though. So I
Okay.
think the dynamic is a little bit different.
Okay.
Chocolate Drop said is 46 and up is the
This nigga
age.
to put a number on it. Chocolate Drop, how you know? You better cite your source. 46 and up. I'm about to be 48. I could be a sugar mama. Unbelievable.
So listen.
This nigga talking about I'm in witness protection. Oh my god,
Hey,
you
SC,
done caused a whole
you
bunch of
got some
shit.
stories.
This
See, this
nigga.
this this is shit I'm talking about right here. See, as
Okay,
men,
can we
we
address
need to
this really quick?
collaborate.
Can because
Hmm?
the people in the chat, let's address this real quick. Sugar Daddy, you never said what SNIC stands for, and people are still asking. I said side nigga in charge. I'm guessing. We want to know what that is specifically. Okay, go ahead, Jason.
So, Drea,
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 damn.
Drea, I ain't
Yes.
never met her in person.
But I've told you that a million times. Her name
You've
is
never told
Drea.
me shit a million times,
I
but you've mentioned it before.
yeah, see?
No, 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 no. Don't back out of this now. You in here now. Let's talk about it.
He said no.
Let's talk about it. So look, um, but look, I think
Okay.
I'm just saying personally, I feel like I am coming to a stage in my matriculation where
Matriculate.
I am looking at the pros and cons of said approach. And I'm finding that there's some benefits to it that
For
outweigh the
for
cons.
both parties.
Fuck yeah.
He
Yeah.
Sugar Daddy said it's deeper than favors. Talk
Yeah. Yeah.
he
He said, oh, come on. You know what?
favors.
Sugar daddy, listen, you got me by some years, man. Come on, hey,
How old is he? We
sprinkle
don't
me,
know how
man.
old he is.
Hey, sugar daddy,
But
sprinkle me, man. Put
but
the
he
game.
said it says a rich older man. So
Well,
I
that's
think
it's
what do
all
you
context. It's
yeah,
all context and it's subjective because
right.
if you have, like, for instance, I work with some people who have like retirements, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say they have a retirement of, let's say it's like 6 grand a month, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So what is that? That's like 70 something a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
6 grand a month, 70 something a year. But on top of that, they also get potentially SSI
On top of that.
on top of the 6 grand, right?
Mhm.
So you get SSI. Let's say that's about anywhere from 7 to 1,200 or whatever the case may be a month. That's coming in,
Hi
and
Joseph,
then,
welcome in.
hey man, hey, thanks for sliding. And then you got 7 to 1,200 a month on top of the 6 grand a month, and then you add in, like, let's say if they're a vet and they got benefits So you can't
Damn,
predict
niggas,
that
I
you
haven't
got
thought this
benefits.
far. Okay, so to get all this shit you talking about, because this is a lot of money. This is about to be 10 grand a month down there.
We
Like
close to it already.
when you done with it, is that's okay. And this is what at 70, like when you can
No.
draft all
Well,
the
the retirement
benefits.
is yeah, like you could retire early if you have, certain types of careers, but typically, around 65, 67, whatever the case may be. So, but the point of what I'm saying is that's just older dudes. So again, that wouldn't be considered
Oh,
rich.
side nigga in charge. If
Yeah, that wouldn't be
brothers didn't
considered
take
rich
care of
though.
home, I would because I could, just like my pops. Damn, talk to me.
Damn.
Wait a minute. Like, you see, that don't come with age. That don't. I don't think that has to do. But if you gonna be the no, okay. I think he's saying you the side nigga in charge. But when you say if brothers didn't take care of home, I would because I could.
Hmm?
Meaning more than just financial. It could be your time, whatever the woman needs. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Time, emotional shit, sex, whatever the case may be.
Uh
It's all
huh.
a possibility. It's open, right? It's an open possibility.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I keep
but
thinking
look,
I might. I think I might need a new mic. I don't know.
why you always need something? So look, the-
Okay. Go ahead.
you sound good though.
See, that's why I think it's supposed to be like it did come with like this thing, but I don't do all that. I leave it down here like this. But it sounds good when it's closer, huh?
It does sound better. Yeah,
Okay,
it
go
sounds
ahead.
better.
Say what you're gonna say. I'm sorry, and I
Um,
keep cutting you off, and I'm noticing that,
no, it
and I
doesn't
want to
really mean.
apologize.
Don't worry about it. It's not that serious to me. But so I just think that there's some great benefits that
To
I
what?
think
To being a
yeah,
sugar daddy?
yeah, yeah, I
Because
think
if you
so.
got the money, let it rock. Because
Yeah, that
listen, what's the
time.
difference between a woman spending their money on purses, getting their nails done, their weave, and all this shit, a $300, $400 weave, right?
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
and or whatever, an older woman taking going on a trip to Jamaica with her homegirls because she wants to be like waiting to exhale. Is that the one they went to out of the country? Whatever,
Mhm,
right? So
mhm.
versus a man who is choosing to spend his money on one like you a sugar daddy. I guess the difference would be like, if you just a trick,
That's
then you
different.
yeah you get blowing money on multiple women, blah blah blah. But a sugar daddy, I think, is it's more serious. Like it's really a relationship, but you call him a sugar daddy because he's got money and he doesn't have a problem with giving it to you and sharing. And you guys, is that a relationship? Are you in a relationship, or is
No,
that
every interaction is relational at the baseline of it, especially when it comes to humans, right? Because we're a human. I mean, we're relational by nature. So
mm-hmm,
everything we have relationships with our jobs, friends. We have relationships with the our favorite restaurants. We have relationships with everything, right? And because what comes along with the relationship is an expectation,
mm-hmm,
and there's an expectation for reciprocity. That's one of the core requirements of a relationship is reciprocity. So
okay,
when you have those core components, yes, you have a functioning relationship, whether or not you want to call it that or not. There is some level of relationship. So a friend of mine said she called it like whatever ship, whatever ship you're on, which I like the imagery on that one, right? Because
mm-hmm,
that's the basis of it. So I think that when it comes to whatever it is that you get involved in, no matter what it is, it's understanding with communication, right? Well, what this is and what this is and what it isn't.
mm-hmm,
You know, um, sometimes some people are just there for fun times, and that's when you hit them up. Hey, I just need to blow off some steam. I got you, and
mm-hmm.
then we'll blow off some steam or whatever. But
What do you mean by blow off some steam?
it all depends. Like, okay, so like without well, fuck it, we talking about it already. So there's people that will call me because there's certain things that I bring to certain environments.
Okay. Oh my God. Go ahead.
It just is what it is, right? So she knows what I'm there for. I know what I'm there for. There's no blending of whatever this. There's no blurring of the lines.
We're so
So
clear.
it's
Yeah.
very clear. You know, I'm gonna treat you with respect. Whatever, wooty wooty woo. I'm a perfect gentleman.
Hmm.
Wooty wooty woo. You're gonna get that from me. So we'll hang out, go, whatever. But it's never you never feel like the pressure of trying to perform. You know, she can get shit off her chest and I can listen to it, right? And I can kind of facilitate with that. And so that's some of the things that, I bring to that particular type of scenario. So that's what I mean though. It's just like it's with clarity though. And I think that's the difference when you consider this is not sugar daddy shit though. I'm just saying like I just think I'm coming to a point where that, you know, I'm getting older now. And
You're
we'll
turning.
see.
So basically, you're turning into a sugar daddy.
No, I'm not saying I'm turning into anything. I'm
No.
saying
We've already established that you're pre sugar daddy, but I don't have a name for it. You're like a sugar daddy in the making. And the only thing that's keeping you from officially being a sugar daddy is I don't think you're old enough
first
because
of all, I'm
you
old enough.
do give sugar daddy vibes.
Do I really?
Where I think, well, not in a bad way. Like just because I know where you are in your life right now. So if I didn't know that and I just met you, no. But if I because I know that, right? Like you be, what are you laughing at?
You. But go ahead, continue.
What I say,
I'm just
Jason?
laughing at the fact of how you're actually approaching this. But go ahead. I'm curious
If
to know what you think though.
we
For
need a code word, if I do too much, because I've been
no, no, no. Just speak.
okay.
Like be free.
What was I saying?
You was basically saying why I'm a pre-sugar daddy because
Yeah,
you have insight into who I am.
yeah, I do. And you definitely have sugar. Listen, your dad was a pimp. No, he wasn't a real
First
pimp,
of
guys.
all,
I'm just wait, hold on. It's a joke, guys. It's my uncle, okay? He wasn't the pimp on the corner with the cane, but he had pimpish tendencies. You see what I'm saying? And his son right here is a image is a he's not
I'm
there totally. Okay, there's a difference. Whenever
see.
there's a generate, whenever you go from the parent to the child, and you go through your generation, there's gonna be some changes. But the core of who this nigga is, does this point towards you, Jason?
Yeah, it is. No, that one. Yeah, that works.
He innately, and is that right? Innately, is that right?
Innate.
Innately, yeah.
Hmm.
Has pimp daddy, sugar daddy energy. It's nothing he can do about it. And it's okay
I'm gonna need you to
because
define that.
there are women who love that, that
I'm
don't have a
I'm gonna need
problem
you to
with that.
define that because I don't feel like that's what's there. But
You
go
don't?
ahead.
In
No, fuck
what way?
no. What
What's
is a pimp
wrong?
daddy? Tell me, pimp daddy. What is so define it for me, and then
Pimp
that way
daddy,
I can.
sugar daddy, mama's boy. No, I'm just kidding. Um, I'm just, I'm just trying to, what I'm saying. It's just
Uh,
like, okay, let me
truth.
just say it like this.
Hold
Okay,
on. Pause. Truth. What you come on the panel and speak
no,
your mind.
show did at pimping tendencies, right? That's what I'm trying to say. But
Nah,
but this is the thing. You are the type of man who, damn, see, I don't want to start talking about you personally because I'll forget. I mean, not forget, but I don't want to slip and say something I shouldn't
what you
say.
gonna say?
I don't know. I don't want to tell your business. I can't talk to you candidly like that because I've been smoking and it's just gonna come out. And I don't want to. It's nothing bad, you guys, but
That's
still,
what
like
I'm
when
saying.
you
Like
say something on the internet, you can't. I don't know what you're okay with people knowing and what you're not.
they know the shit that I've talked about. I've talked about pretty much all of it.
I know I act like it's a real big secret, huh? Like you did something.
Yeah, like what do you
I
like?
don't know, you guys. I've been
Now
smoking.
you
Just
making
leave
now
me
you making me
alone.
curious. Like what the
Oh
fuck
my
do you got?
god.
You
Okay,
talking
let me just listen. You
about?
are the type of man that will shower a woman with
Yes,
gifts. Just
yes.
like this definition said. A rich older man who lavishes women with gifts oh sorry, women with gifts in exchange for good time or with sexual favors. I could totally, but you maybe look, you like all the shit that comes with it, and you don't have a problem like sharing your shit, like taking care of a woman. If she needs something, you'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, my only thing is a sugar daddy. The part you don't fit, I think, is the older. Like you're not. I mean,
Mhm.
you're not rich and older. Like rich is relative, but I don't think you're old enough to be a sugar daddy. But
To a 20-year-old, I am.
yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah, you so it depends on the person.
Yeah,
To
that's all
a
the context.
37-year-old, no. But
Yeah,
to a
because we too close in age.
22-year-old, yeah, you definitely would get. Would you
Mhm.
do that? Would you
Now
date
here's the
somebody
thing,
that
though.
young?
You know what? That's a good question. I don't know because I've never had anybody I was interested in that was that young.
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, I've seen people that actually married 20 years younger. Like for instance, like I know I dated a female that was 20 years older than me, and man, like I was smitten by her though, for real, for real.
Hmm.
I really was.
So,
And
so she was a sugar mama? Oh
no,
no, she
no,
would have to
no.
have. Okay.
No, she just was grown and sexy. Like everything about her was a vibe. So, but yeah, she was 20 years older than me. Let me see. So yeah, yeah, she was 20 years older than me. Uh, she had a kid that was a few years younger than me. But when we
Mm,
linked up, man, it was a vibe from day one, and so we just politic, you know.
mm,
So, but could I have seen myself being with her at that time? Yeah, I could have, and I feel like I would have been happy and
mm,
been perfectly satisfied because she met my needs and the needs that I have.
mm,
And we've talked about shit, man. We had some dope conversations because we talked about you know, is it possible that my interest was based on having a mother complex? We talked about that shit. That was one of her concerns.
well, that
Um,
okay. That goes to what chocolate drop said. Sometimes it's not about the money. You could
yeah,
learn
yeah.
things.
Like yeah. So for her, no. Then I've known some women that were older than me that wanted to like fly me around and take me out and do shit like that. And then I just felt uncomfortable because I'm like, that's not me. I'm not the let you take
You-
care of me type nigga in that respect.
Talk to me. Let me. Come on. I
Like,
mean, it's
so
no problem if you are sugar daddy, but he's not. No, I'm just kidding. Fucking with you, bro.
no, no, no. But yeah, so for me, it's like, nah. I mean, I like to take care of the things that I'm engaged
That's what
in.
I'm telling you. That's the sugar daddy energy. That's it right there. You just described it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe so. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
it is
is.
what it
That
is.
because the sugar daddy wants to lavish the
Well,
person. You don't think they
yeah,
want
especially if
to?
I care. I think for me though, the issue is because my heart gets involved. And
Mm,
I'm not like a cut my heart off type nigga type shit.
mm-hmm,
So I do care. So because I care, then what comes along with the caring is the fact of the emotional connection and obviously I think boundaries is going to be applicable no matter what scenario you're dealing with. But for me, yeah, yeah, I do. So that might be the only disqualifier for me when it comes to that. Because matter of fact, I had a
because
so I had a
you'll
female
start
tell
you
me,
actually care, whereas a sugar
yeah,
daddy, you feel like they're just kind of passing two
yeah,
ships passing in the night type shit.
I had a female that told me that one time. She said the only problem with you because I was dating her, and so was talking about like having another female. This is a separate scenario from one I talked about last night.
Hmm.
But she made this comment. She said the only problem with you is that I feel like you would get emotionally attached to that other woman as well.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? You might be right
Hmm.
because
You're too sensitive.
no, it's not sensitivity. It's the fact
Oh,
that I give a fuck, and you have to have a
why did
certain
you take
level of
offense to that? Isn't
I
that
don't give a fuck. You just have to have a certain level of I don't give a fuck when you're dealing with certain dynamics. So, okay, Mr. Magoo, come back.
they talking about? Susan says that. Sugar daddy, it's time to change your name. And here go Truth right behind her. I agree. Let's rename him. This the shit they come up with. Starch daddy. Not sugar daddy, it's starch daddy. The nigga
Well,
made his own starch. Come
look,
on, Drew,
he
cut
ma-
it
he
out.
he made a good point though. So
He made a
heartbreak,
good point though.
no, right further down, the next one. Like
I've
he made an
lost
actually good
most
point.
of my heart too. We should discuss it. Him and his brain.
Yeah, because so that can be a part of why people move in the directions that they move in.
Mm.
It's based on sometimes the shit that we've experienced, that especially when we've experienced it with close relationships, right? So yeah, I think that's real though. I think that's a hell of a real statement, honestly. Um wet daddies used to be sherm sticks back in the day. I don't know what they're using that for nowadays.
Not wet daddy.
Yeah. Mm. So look, how about this? Let's take a brief intermission, play a song. I'm gonna refill my drink anyway, and then
Why
let's
you
get
want to take
into
an intermission? Oh,
because we're at an hour.
we are?
Yeah,
Wow, that
we're at an
went
hour.
fast. We ain't said shit. Have we talked about
We
anything?
talked about a lot, but
Oh,
we're at an hour.
so you want to take a break?
I just want to refill my drink. So if you want to say here, I'm just gonna refill my
Yeah.
drink.
Well, I'm just gonna. I need to. We'll be back, you guys, in a few minutes. Bye. Just come back when you're done. I gotta
Are
put
you
him
gonna
on
play a
mute.
song?
I am. Hold on. I gotta make a phone call. Hold on.
Here we fucking go.
Give me 1 second.
Y'all, give me control of the motherfucking screen. Because this is gonna be a problem. Y'all, she actually muted her shit. I can't believe this. And then didn't play shit in the interim. So I feel something's coming up on the inside of me. So this is what you do. It's called a mindfulness practice.
Listen. At the end of the day. At the end of the day.
No. Go ahead.
At the end of
No,
the day,
go back
this is
on
the
mute.
stream. No,
We're,
no, no,
we're
no.
talking
No,
about
no, no, no.
mindfulness right now.
I told you I was working on something over here.
We're talking about mindfulness now. So I feel something coming up.
Why do people come and watch us?
And rather than allowing that to overwhelm me,
What
right? You
happened?
take control of that moment and you do a simple process, right? Some of it, and it starts with deep breathing, right? You want to feel the air go into your lungs fully. You feel your lungs fill up. You hold it for a second. Then before long,
Why you keep lying?
certified process.
Myself, I don't need to see your eyes. I can already tell. Giving you all day. All of the love and space and time that ain't gonna get back. No, you're still in love. You're still in love. Are you mine all night? I wanna hear you tell me that it's mine all night, all night. Tell me take your time. I wanna see your body in the morning light, alright. Still in love, no. Why'd you leave at night? Why you running back for the days run dry? You know what? Who would do that twice? Tell you that I'm headed, then you go and twist the night.
Oh, please give me the name of this.
How do we get so sentimental from the get-go? Full of potential, trying to hold on, but you wanna let go. How do there's a back door and in the arms of the one thing you're running from.
Let's go.
Are you mine or mine? I wanna hear you tell me that it's mine or mine. Tell me that you're done. I wanna see your body in the morning light, alright. Why you leave at night? Are you running back for the tears run dry your way? Who would do that twice? Tell you that I'm hurting and you go and twist the night. Stay in love. You stay in love.
I think we were doing a music live, you guys. Correct me if I'm wrong, and the Kents recommended this and it just made the playlist, nigga. It's just been on the playlist.
Listen, what is that song?
Isn't that so fun? I love that song. Let me write it in the thing. It's called Still in Love, but this is how she spells it. I think it's a group. Still in Love is the name of the song by Leanne.
Listen,
I put it in the chat.
I am a fan of the
Isn't that such a fun song? Okay, so anyway,
you said by Leanne? Oh, I think I know who that is, actually.
You do?
I might. Let me see if I have songs saved by her already. Oh, Still in Love.
Yeah, isn't that something? How she spelled it? That makes you want to look at the lyrics, right?
Add it to playlist. Yeah. I might add that to my Afro vibe.
Isn't that fun? Yeah, like Caribbean, huh?
Yeah, that's how I felt that.
Okay, good night, Chocolate Drop. Thank you for your input tonight. I appreciate it. You sound like either you were a sugar baby or you were a sugar mama. Because you were very versed in the topic for tonight. And I would like to thank you for coming. Come next week. Come again, Chocolate Drop.
Please do.
But maybe you could tell us about your Good night, Chocolate Drop.
I would love to know, has anybody been a sugar baby or I know SD said, he had some times. He didn't talk too much about it though. But
her album is good. Okay, I'm gonna check it
out. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check her out.
Yes, ma'am. She said yes, ma'am.
The Kents have put me on a couple songs. Matter of fact, Kents told me about that artist. And I got several of his songs now in my regular rotation. What's dude name? No, not that nigga. What's dude name? Because
the Kent.
Jay Howell.
Day Howell.
Jay Howell.
Oh, Jay. Is it on our podcast? Let me see.
It might not be on that one, but it was one they told me about before. And I man, that song is in my It's a Vibe playlist.
Really?
Literally. Yeah, they got a couple songs in there now.
Yeah, I love music.
So Chocolate Drop said she was a sugar baby. Oh, you should have talked to us about that shit.
Okay, good night.
Don't go nowhere yet.
You gotta go.
I want to hear about this whole process. Enlighten me.
I'm just getting so fat. I'm just gaining so much weight and I can't stop.
Are you saying that that's why you can't be a sugar baby? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just thinking about it because my stomach, I was touching my stomach like, God damn, this motherfucker getting bigger and bigger by the day. Or I just feel full or something. I don't know. Go ahead. What were we talking about? I like Jay Howell. Oh, Jay Howell. Look. Oh. Is this it right here? Let's find Jay Howell real quick.
Yeah. So one of the songs was Deserve, and like, you don't deserve my love. I was like, oh, them boys.
Is it called? Oh, here it is right here. Let's play it.
Listen. Shout out to the big homie King. Thanks for putting me on there.
You don't deserve that.
What?
don't deserve that.
Oh shit. Talk to me.
Straight to a sinner, yeah. Fucking with my pride, baby. Tryna do right, baby. Tryna treat you right. Straight to a sinner, yeah. Don't want my love, baby. Just want the fuss, baby. I ain't tryna fight. Straight to a sinner, yeah. Fucking me up, baby. Don't wanna trust, baby. I don't need your lies. Stay true to me, yeah. Don't want my love, baby. Don't need my love, baby. How many times I gotta fight to give my love? Baby, let's talk about it. It's only a matter of time I got to give my love. Baby, I'm walking out. You don't deserve my love. Oh, love, love, love. You don't deserve my love.
Man,
To a sinner, yeah. Everything was cool, we was vibing, but now I ain't feeling ya. Nah.
everything was cool in the vibe.
It was lost to the ceiling, yeah.
Damn.
Well, we got disconnected again?
Hello.
We're not going to allow this to overtake us. We're going to take a moment just to breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Allow your shoulders to relax. Allow your arms to dangle. Sit comfortably in the chair. And while sitting, breathe in. Breathe out. The process of deep breathing allows oxygen to flood your brain. What it does is it releases the tension and potentially the stress that you've been holding
I'm
and
so
carrying
sorry.
for
I
one
am
day.
so
Potentially, you'll allow
Jason.
it to flow.
Dad, Jason is Josh, and he's out and about, and he has questions, and he don't know something. I gotta answer. It's my child. Y'all leave me the fuck alone, okay?
That child is almost 30.
What should I
Breathe
do?
in,
No, he's not. Okay,
breathe
look. Yes, we need yoga and prayer here. I know. They always sleep. They got, you know. Okay, Jason, what should I do?
out. Truth, I agree because it's powerful and it's something that does work. Because I felt something raising up on the inside of me. I said, let me control this
Were
before
you
I
getting
allow it to
upset?
just overflow. Um,
I like that song.
did you? We didn't even get a chance to finish it. We really
It was
didn't.
very sexy.
Yeah, Truth said it was making her wet.
Ew. That's gross.
I don't know, but that's what I thought I saw in the chat. There we go.
That nigga said, there you go. I'm so messy. I'm gonna put it back up there. He talking about there it go. There it is. There it is.
Listen, music is so powerful though, but along with that, right, there's these practices that we do and it influences. Because you know what's really dope about music
I
though?
thought she
And
was
this is
putting in a food order. Go ahead, Jason. Go ahead.
she might have been,
No,
but
I
she
wasn't.
blames it on something else. She might have been, although this is 2024, she could have texted that shit. He could have texted. Whatever the case may be, but you know what? We're gonna breathe. Fill up your lung cavities. Let it out.
We really don't have a topic tonight, bro. We're all over the place.
No, I think you might be.
You think so?
I don't feel like that fits anything that I'm talking about. Because actually, prior to you
You have
interrupting what
hands
I was
like
just
Big Daddy.
saying,
Your hands
huh?
look like Big Daddy.
That's my grandfather. It's likely. But prior to you
You know you in
interrupting what I
trouble
was
after this.
actually just saying, was the power of imagination,
Okay.
because why is it that music affects us the way that it does?
Okay. Sorry.
So how is it that a song can put you and influence, right, your mindset and your mind state in such a way that you begin to
Your
live
emotions.
in, yeah, live in rhythm with the actual music, right? So earlier
Mhm.
when you played that other song, the Caribbean song, what you identified was it's kind of upbeat, it's happy,
Mhm.
and it's got that whole hey, we on vacation type vibe, right? We just out here,
Right.
right? And there's a lot of truth to that. And we know this from melodies, right? And frequencies that music is played on. But a
Right.
part of it, I honestly believe, though, more than just that, is the imagination that comes along with the words, with the actual music.
Yeah.
And
What you're
imagination is,
imagining
yeah,
while listening
I
to.
think that's a major component. The reason why I'm mentioning that tonight, as it relates to like us having this moment together,
Mhm.
is there's a strong encouragement to recapture your ability to imagine, because a lot of the things that we are waiting for, hoping for, believing God for are some of the things that legitimately we've stopped believing in the respect that we no longer imagine it any longer.
Mhm.
Imagining myself or ourselves in a situation that is healthy, we are productive, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? When you consider, and these are studies that have been done, right? When they talk about the placebo effect, right? You've heard about placebo effects, right?
Mhm.
All right. So the reason why a placebo works is because the person believes wholeheartedly that what they're doing is going to benefit them,
Right.
period, right? And they believe it in such a way that it taps into the imagination zone in their brain, because imagination is the part. And I think this is the area I think we've been conditioned out of. Do you remember this movie called, there's an older movie, and
Mhm.
it's something I'm actually going to go watch again, but I think there's a nugget that was hidden in this movie, The Never Ending Story. Do you remember that movie?
I don't remember the movie, but I know of it.
Okay.
That's
In
with
the
the
never
big animal, right? The
With that big dog, white dog thing,
Oh,
right?
okay. Mhm.
And you had, Anakin, that wasn't Anakin, I forget the nigga's name, but the little girl I had the hugest crush on was Anastasia, right? So, I do remember her name, but I can't remember the other cat's name. But when you look at what they were talking about in that movie,
Mhm.
what that other wolf, that dark wolf thing was saying was he was coming after the imagination of people.
Mhm.
Right? He was coming after that because if you remove their imagination, they're easier to be controlled.
Now like
How does
little
this have
AIs,
plays? Huh?
like little AIs.
Yeah, like so, and how does this play out in real life, right? There's a real life, like a real life, what's the word for a good word for this? There's a real life, a true life parallel to this. Um, yes, yes. Listen, if you haven't watched it as an adult, I
I'm
would
gonna
say
have to watch it, I guess. Really?
watch it as an adult,
I'm gonna, I'm
because
gonna...
in light of this, and I think this is a topic that we could really dig into,
Okay, let
because
me put it on the notes you say I never use.
whatever, I don't that wasn't never came that was never my thing. It was your
Come
thing.
on,
You
come
brought
on,
that up.
come
So
on.
I
What's
did
the
it.
never ending string?
Yeah, it's something just to watch, because and centered around the topic of the power of imagination. This is not something that I believe that we were ever supposed to let go of. Like we've been conditioned to believe that reality is a contrast to that. But in actuality, reality can be driven by your imagination, because we know this. When and this is another part of it, right? Is that when you look at, the saying, right? You can take a person out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the person, which
Right.
means that no matter where they go, the hood shit is going to surface, right? Because it's in them. Well, one of the things that what we're finding in this field is there is truly something unique about people's ability to be free thinking. and people's ability to believe again. When I was pastoring, one of the biggest things was helping people to try to reconnect to a place of belief and where they can actually allow and give trust into something or put trust into something that was outside of themselves, something that wasn't quote unquote tangible,
Mhm.
right? This is a part of it. And that part of it is because what you're trying to do is you have to get people to reconnect with their central self, like their original design.
Mhm.
And my son was interested in having a 4-year-old at this part of my development is I listen to what he says. I listen very intently to what he says. And it
Mhm.
was one night and I was at the house, and then mind you, and I've been investigating this and looking into it and getting these messages about the power of my imagination and me dreaming again, right?
Mhm.
And I could tell you guys a vision that I have where it was really interesting because there's a blank spot in the vision, but the blank spot is because of me. And I know what that blank spot actually means.
Mhm.
But so I'm really innate, I'm just in tune to him, right? And I'm listening to him talking. He tells me something. He says, Dad, he said, he said, you have to see it in your mind first.
Oh, that's what
He
he said.
said, yeah, this is my 4-year-old says this to me.
Mhm.
He says, Daddy, you got to see it in your mind first. And he was talking about a Jeep. And he said, and then I'm going to go to sleep. And then I'm going to have dreams about this Jeep. And it's going to be all kinds of colors of this Jeep. But then he said, when I wake up, he said, I'm going to have a Jeep. So
Mhm.
he lays out this little process in his 4-year-old consciousness, right?
Mhm.
And I'm sitting there and I'm listening to him, but he has no idea. Like I am leaping for joy on the inside
Mhm.
because what he reminded me of was something that I had forsaken
Yeah.
was the ability to
It's the innocence of a child. Like, just the longer they live on this earth, the more bullshit they take on, and it fucks
mm,
with the original blueprint. So
yeah,
I agree with you. Like, just like old people can be profound. People always say, I've sat around my grandmother, and they're profound. I think the opposite is true too. That's why
mm.
you can just observe children, and they say that, as you get older, you revert back. They say
They
that.
say
I've heard
once
that.
adult, twice a child.
Right.
That's the statement, right?
Yeah.
I look at that as, and this is my own personal feelings about this, is that when we first come into this type of existence, we have all of the tools that we need to be successful in this existence. We have the
Wait a
tools.
minute. I
Let
got.
me
I'll be
let
right
me
back.
let me fuck y'all up with this real quick. Check this out. So when I work with people, one of the things I want to do is I want to help them to reconnect and be able to answer this one question. It's just one question. There's other theories out there that have what's called a miracle question. In the theory that I utilize, which is my own, and it's actually called primigenium, which means original design. God damn, I'm going in on y'all. I didn't plan this, y'all. So just flow with me for a minute. Um, so I wrote a thesis about this whole theory about what I believe is like an origin of human behavior. What a part of this was, again, it's called original design. A part of this was the miracle question is this: was I before life happened? Let me type that in there. I'm gonna type this in the chat because this could be a meditation, this can be a prayer, this can be anything that works for you. And you ask yourself, what you want to identify is, who were you? Who was I? Who was I before life? Let me happened. The purpose of this question is to help us connect with the truth of who we are. So before, now, how do we know where we hit the crossroad at? when life happens, a lot of times what happens is that we hit this point in our journey where we begin to deviate. And the deviation is a reaction, and it's a coping with what took place. And I'm gonna give you a really good example. Hopefully this kind of resonates with you all. You take a child who, and we've seen some kids, right, who were very precocious, right? They might have been, or they may have been. Let's use something like they may have been seemingly quiet, right? And so people around them often would assume that there was something wrong with them because they're quiet, because they don't talk much, blah 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 blah. If it gets to certain extremes, then people start to believe that there is a psychological condition that causes this or whatever. All right. So there's a continuum, if you will, or spectrum. I'll say it's a spectrum, if you will. Now, but let's take that child. And that child was very quiet and whatnot. And so, what people, because that quietness, they perceived that that quietness was something other than what it really was. The challenge then comes in, and what potentially can happen is when they hit a crossroad where they begin to forsake what process that led them to being that way to begin with. Their quietness may not have been because of an issue, it may have been because they're extremely perceptive and they're sensitive spiritually. They pick up things and they're hearing conversations. And I'm not talking about, auditory hallucinations. That's not what I'm talking about. But they know things without knowing them. But what can happen, and happens in a lot of cases with people, is that depending on how you're fostered early, right, you may hit a crossroad where you begin to forsake that. And so what happens is you begin to live a life that I would classify is fractured yet inauthentic, because what you left behind was the part that actually made everything else in your life actually work, or made it make sense, if you will. So it's like you left a core component out that was necessary for your journey. So what happens is what we're doing when we're working sometimes is we want to get to who was I? Because if you can locate that person, well, that's where everything if you're a believer in God and spirituality, that's everything that's been said about you is related to that individual. It's related to that part of you right there, because that was the unadulterated part. That was the part before people told you, oh, you laugh too much. Oh,
Right.
you cry too much.
Hmm.
Oh, you're
You got
always into
you something
something.
wrong with you.
Something's wrong with you because you
Hmm.
don't fit into the tropes that I am accustomed to accepting as being what's supposed to be. And so when you think about what happens with education, right? Education does this to us too, right? We're put in these classrooms, and then you're conditioned to just your thoughts don't matter. Only thing that matters is what the teacher says
Hmm.
and what's in this book.
Hmm.
And this is how I'm going to evaluate your effectiveness. This is how I evaluate whether or not you move on and you matriculate up and through the grades, is if you can regurgitate the information that I've given to you.
Right.
But what does that really mean? It
That's why
means
I've
absolutely
always
nothing.
said. That's why I've always felt like when people, you can't choose whether you go to school. I mean, I guess you can, like, but when people go to college or whatever, graduate high school and decide to go to college and graduate and get masters and all that, right? My thing, I'm always congratulating, but I'm congratulating them more on the tenacity that it took to get the prize. You know what I'm saying? Which is going
Mhm,
to afford you a better lifestyle with a better job, blah, 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 right?
mhm.
But at the end of the day, that just means you have tenacity. And that means to me, like, you can, like you said, regurgitate. You can study, you can memorize, you can, because that's all it is, really.
That's it.
And so that's why to me, it's like you, you could have two people, and the one without the degree could be a lot smarter than the one with the degree simply because they didn't go to college and they took another path and fucking figured life out or whatever, right? So I get you on that.
Yeah. A great example, if you want to see a living example of that, Maya Angelou. Look up Maya Angelou and look at her story. Maya Angelou talks about this, as a matter of fact, where she actually taught doctoral students, master level students, the whole 9 yards. And guess what? She's
She
never
doesn't
been
have
to.
one.
She doesn't have a degree.
I didn't know
She
that.
and she talked about that. She said it wasn't. I never went to formal school
Hmm.
that most people did. And what's crazy about this is, I just ran across this information and I was gonna share it with you. And I was like, she probably's not interested in it. And I should have just followed my first thought, because I would love for you to have played that clip right now, because
Well,
that would be
maybe
a
I can find
beautiful.
it. Send it to me. Send it right now.
It'll
We're
be. It was a.
unlatched. We're unlatched.
It was an unbelievable her stance. And so, if you don't know, I'm a big fan of Maya Angelou, and I'm a big fan of her in her speaking, what her story, the things she's been through, the things she's overcame, the things she's accomplished in her life. And I consider her the representation of a life poured out,
How do you spell that? Pour out. Por.
poured out.
Oh,
So
poured out.
when she passed and she transitioned to the next phase of life,
Mm.
to me, I feel like she left empty, to where there probably was things that she wanted to say or whatever the case may be. She didn't, but she gave so much to people.
Okay, I got you.
She
Poured
gave
out.
so much to this existence that no matter what, 20, 30, 40 years from now, you can build your life on some of the things that she said,
Right, right.
because they're solid, like
Hmm.
legitimately solid.
She's everybody's grandma. She's
Man,
basically like a representation of that. Like wisdom. That's the first.
yeah.
Like
Oh
if you
man,
had to think of a word to do, one word to describe, that's what I would. I
okay.
think
So
that's a
hold on,
good
let me
one.
see something. So I
You'll send
had
me
this in here.
the clip if
I'm
you can
actually,
find it.
I really want to try to find this clip, because it was a really beautiful clip. But she talks about this, and even though she didn't have that, she was still able to move in these circles because of who she is.
Come on, because of
And
who
that
I
was a
am.
part of.
That's what I'm talking about. Recognizing your power and who you are and not being intimidated by others around you because you've been conditioned to think that because they have more than you or they look better than you or they, whatever. They have the degree. It's like you walk into a situation with your mind set that I belong here and
Okay, so
I
the
can be here.
the one I just sent you,
Okay,
the
let me
one I
see.
just sent you, you
Hmm.
can play that, because that speaks to what you guys and what Susan just mentioned. It speaks to that perfectly.
Okay, I haven't gotten it
And I'm
yet. You
still
sent
looking
it
for
on
the other one.
text?
I'll send it to you on Instagram.
Oh shit. There you go.
Okay, hold on. Let me just do this.
I'm going to Instagram. I don't be in Instagram like that. Let me see.
Um,
Okay, I got it. I got it right here.
It's confidence, Maya. I know what I want to achieve, Mavis. And I'm not being modest. I told you before, I have no modesty. Modesty is dangerous. It's a learned affectation. And as soon as a modest person gets slammed against the wall by life, modesty will drop off faster than a G string from a stripper. That's baloney, modesty. I hope to be humble. Humility is from within. And so that keeps you honest and try to be simple and so forth. So I'm modesty. Confidence, Maya. I know what I want to achieve, Mavis. And I'm not being modest. I told you before, I have no modesty. Modesty is dangerous. It's a learned affectation. And as soon as a modest person gets slammed against the wall by life, modesty will drop off faster than a G string from a stripper. That's baloney, modesty. I hope to be humble. Humility.
Okay. I love
okay.
that. How do I save that? No, I want to read her book. I don't read. Come
Okay,
on,
so
dynamicist. Wait,
so
wait.
so
Let
look,
me look at the
that's a
definition.
saved one. It's in my shares with you, so it's gonna always be in the shares that I've shared with you.
Okay.
But so modesty, like, if let's define that real quick, right? So modesty is the quality or state of being unassuming or moderate in the estimation of one's abilities. So now remember when I was talking about who was I before life happened, right? Before life happened,
Mhm.
I was not unassuming in my abilities. I believed in what I could do. It
Okay.
didn't matter what it looked like. If you take when you look at children, right?
Yeah.
Children don't come here having a fear of fucking making mistakes.
Okay.
They don't come here like that.
Right.
Children try.
Right.
Children do.
Talk
We're
to
the
me.
ones that teach
Preach.
them
Wait.
to stop.
Let me get my tambourine. He's
So,
been a pastor. For those that don't know, Jason had a church. I'm not kidding. I know it's hard to believe when you don't know. But he had a whole church with parishioners.
mm,
He has a degree in, what is it called again? He went to
biblical studies.
actual theology. What is it?
Biblical studies.
Biblical studies. Like
Yep.
this is really okay. But anyway, I'm just
Yeah.
saying that to say
Yeah.
he's
I was
quality
actually
merchandise.
hmm?
I'm his manager.
No, but I was actually going to seminary. That was going to be the route I thought I was going to take was
Hmm.
seminary. Like I told you, I've spent time with monks. I've done a lot of little things like that in my journey. But it's all been in a quest to
But
understand.
you was definitely preaching right now. I said, wait a minute. If
Yeah.
for 1 second, like a preacher energy came through, I said, because it's been so long since I've been to church. You know what I'm saying? And my body said, come on, bitch. He gonna have you shouting. No, he ain't. Fuck that. I ain't shouting. Look, talk to me.
Oh, you so
Hey,
silly. You are
period.
so
Okay, modesty. Let's talk about it right here.
so.
It says okay, because I've been smoking
Mhm.
and I want to understand. I repeat things anyway. That's how I remember things.
Yeah.
She talked about the difference between modesty and humility, which I've never ever thought of in my life. So, like you said, modesty is the quality or state of being unassuming, so there's no judgment, or moderate, that means below,
Mhm.
right? In the estimation of one's ability. So you could do anything if
No,
you're
no.
not
Yeah, but hold on. But what she was
okay.
saying is that
Mhm.
modesty is a problem. It's a learned affectation, but it's something that we need to
It's
get on. And what she was saying is, I'm not modest.
modest
What I
and
hope to be is humble.
modest, yeah. Because modest, if I didn't read the definition, modest means like you're shrinking. That's the
You
first thing I
drink.
think
There you
of.
go. That's perfect. That's
That's
the
that's
perfect
the what
imagery.
I think of when I
Yeah.
think people are modest. Like you're shrinking. Like, bitch, you know you could do that. Go on now.
Right.
Okay, now
So,
let's look at humility. Let's look that one up.
and a good example like that, like I was saying, was is our children. And when you watch kids, when we come here, what in order, and this is something I've said, and I'll share this tonight with everybody here, right? In order for you to be the manifestation that you are right now, it was not modesty that got you here. So I'm going to tie it, piggyback off on the words that we're talking about. But what it was you had a faith and a belief in you
Mm-hmm.
is your and how you got here. And I'm going to tell you, and I can prove that to you. I
Mm-hmm.
remember watching my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like 9. She walked pretty early. She might have been anywhere from 11, 10 to 13 months, something like that. But she was walking. But I remember she would crawl. And one of the things about Janye was she's very headstrong, right? She was very headstrong because if she had an idea, she went after it. I used to try to keep her in the living room, and her little tail would be then crawled all the way back to the back room or whatever. And she just was drawn to crawling wherever she wanted to go. And when
Mm-hmm.
she started to walk, well, when she was getting to that point, she started to climb up on the edge of tables, and then she would walk along the edge of a table, and then she would smile. And I remember, I'll never forget her looking at me, smiling at me, and having her foot kind of raised in the air because she's putting one foot down, trying to move to the next little stage in it. And then she would turn around and then try to leave the table to walk towards me in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would watch her do this, and I'm just sitting here and I'm observing her, and obviously I'm encouraging her to continue doing what you're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Continue trying. And she would fall, and then she would kind of look up at me, and then she would crawl, and I didn't have to tell her to do this. She would crawl back to the table,
Mm-hmm.
climb up on the table, well, just to stand
Just
up.
start over. She's starting over.
She started over and
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't offended by the
Mm-hmm.
process that she went through. But at whatever point in our life, we become offended by our fucking process. The
Mm-hmm.
process is how you get to the next level. You have to go through that process. You've
I
got to
know
make
that's
those
the fucked up
mistakes.
part. That's the hard part. But I mean, it's like
But
I
but
know
but
you got to
everything that
do
you're
it.
doing now, the
Mm-mm.
fact that you can speak, the fact that you can read, the fact that you can walk, you can run, you can
Mm-hmm.
skip, you can hop, you can jump. The fact that you can do that today
Mm-hmm.
means that there was a time where you couldn't. And the
Mm.
only way you were able to go from I can't to I can is you had to fuck around and find out in the
Thank you
process.
for coming, SD.
Man, listen.
You had to fuck around and find out. Yeah.
You had to engage with moments. That's the only way you're able to progress. That's the only way
Engage.
you're able to move from one place to the next is engaging with the moments. And when she quote unquote failed, that wasn't a failure to her. That
Mm.
wasn't counted. That didn't count in her register.
Because you know what, with kids, with babies and shit, that's why we call them. Listen, and this is fucked up too. We call it the terrible twos, but actually, it's the terrific twos because that's why it feels terrible to us because we're already conditioned.
We're con-
So when they get into the age of two, of course, it's frustrating to us, but actually, that's probably the best time of their life, like because they have no inhibitions. So
None.
they will just walk off the side of the fucking pool. You see what I'm saying? That's what, and you gotta watch them and put blocks up so they can't get through, and make sure they put everything in their mouth because they're free. They're like, hey, this is I like the way this look, and you know whatever. You lick bleach off the floor, all kind of shit. So you gotta watch the kids. That's what we don't like because
Yeah.
now you gotta put some work
I
in.
gotta, it causes me,
But yeah, that's what made me think of that because you said that like the inhibitions are
man,
low.
listen, and I'm gonna tell you the one thing, and if you do studies, and there have been several studies that they've talked about this, and even recent studies where people who have gotten to points where they had terminal diseases or maybe got to positions to where they weren't going to be here much longer, and they
Mhm,
asked them about what are some things that you think that you would have done differently if you knew what you knew now. And do
mhm,
you know that some of the core things
mhm,
was giving myself permission to love more,
mhm.
giving myself permission to go out and to try different things that I said that, oh, I just thought that maybe I couldn't do it, but I never really proved whether I could or couldn't. I never even really knew if it was something that was ever
Good
going to
night,
be for me.
Susan.
Good night. Good night, you guys. Thank you guys so much for sliding too. I appreciate it. Um, and they talked about how having healthy relationships, right? And these were the things that they boiled down to. This is what people are saying towards the end, right? Now, here's the funny part about it. If you look at that statement, those statements, and then you look at our children, what's interesting about that is we came in being okay with exactly the same things we're talking about. We wish we would have allowed ourselves to do in the end.
Right. Wow.
Kids don't come here with that idea
Mhm.
of I can't. They try. We teach them you can't, right? We
But some of that is
condition.
for their safety, right? Like you can't
No,
touch the stove with the flame.
there's
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 things you
boundaries.
teach your children
We
to
teach
keep them safe.
boundaries. Yeah, we teach boundaries, but the unfortunate part is the way that we teach it, what it does is it comes in like you're wrong,
Mhm.
right?
Mm. So
Question,
that's a valid the point you're saying.
yeah,
It's the way you present it. You
yeah,
present it as don't touch that.
you're wrong,
You
right?
spank them instead of taking their hand. Like you know what I'm saying. You could just
There's
remove
a
their hand.
way to go about
Yeah,
doing
yeah. There's a
anything, and I
way
think,
because they're
um,
not wrong.
no, no,
Yeah,
because all based on what they understand, they're responding to that, and they see something here that I wanna try,
yeah.
and I don't have no doubts that I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
right? We then say, no, you can't, or whatever cases, but there's a way to go about doing this. And all I'm saying is, and this goes back to the movie piece and everything else, it's like, is we have to recover this part of us because that's where
Mm-hmm.
our power is at. Because when it comes to health, when it comes to every other aspect, what we find is that people who actually can imagine or have the ability to dream, have the ability to say, even against the apparent contradiction in my life, I still believe.
That's the whole thing. Power in the tongue. That's a Christian thing, but it is true. Power in the tongue, and
Oh man.
because remember last week I was having a problem with that. So I'm listening to this as if, remember we talked about this on another podcast. I don't know. We talked so much. I'm not sure if it was the podcast, but I was like, I'm standing on what it is, like the reality of the situation. Why dream that it's going look, that's not what it is. I ain't got it today. I ain't got it. Instead of saying I'm gonna get it. Well, I don't really believe I'm gonna get it. I don't believe I'm not gonna get it. I just know I don't have it right now.
Hmm.
Now, a lot of people feel like there's power in the tongue, kind of like what you're saying, like, okay, watch how you're thinking and what you're saying. And then I'm not against it, but I was like struggling with that last week. I still have some, inhibitions, but it doesn't matter. But the bottom line is, I it doesn't hurt, and to be positive and to and then people like to use the word manifest, whatever, right? It's all the same thing. But I don't know. I just feel like it's okay to say what it is. Like it is what it is. It's okay to say that, but you have to follow up. That's the
Hmm.
problem because you don't want to stop people from being able to recognize what's actually going on. We don't want to encourage a fantasy, right?
Well,
I think
here's
it's
the
just
thing.
levels to it. You recognize where you are because even they even say with addicts, like until you acknowledge where you're at, you're not gonna be able to recover. You gotta acknowledge it first. Start a
Mhm.
plan. Get started. Plant your feet. Be serious. Because now you're manifesting. Now you're talking positivity into your life. Blah blah. You're changing your thinking. These are all the things you're doing to help yourself stay and not retreat.
Well, here's a distinction in that.
Okay.
And it's the same way when we talked about with the children, right?
Mhm.
It's not so much of me saying you're wrong.
Mhm.
There's just another option. So here's another way we can go about doing this, right? And then maybe giving clarity on whatever the situation is, right? Versus saying you're bad, you're wrong, whatever the case may be. Because if I'm doing that and I'm just telling you that you're wrong, what I'm doing in essence is I'm pouring water, I'm dousing the flame that you have, and the
Mhm.
flame of self-belief, which is the thing that motivates us to move and to act and to do. Because you
Mhm.
have to have that in order to manifest anyway. You have to have that in order to create something out of nothing, right? You have to have a belief that you can.
Mhm.
You go and you cook. But here's the interesting thing about cooking. You've never gone to school for cooking.
Mhm.
And you make things that no one has ever taught you how to make. But
Mhm.
what you did was you just had an imagination. I think this tastes pretty good. And I think that tastes pretty good because I've engaged with these things. But let me see what happens when I put these two things together,
Mhm.
right? You don't mind experimenting in the kitchen because you have a belief
Mhm.
that that's
It's gonna come
okay.
out right. I be like, this is gonna work. It's gonna
It's
work. I'm
gonna
gonna
work.
put the soy sauce with the wham. We
Hey,
good.
and you'll never find that in nobody's cookbook,
Right.
but
Right.
it's in yours though.
Okay. Oh, okay. Got you.
Right? It's in yours because
Mhm.
you came up with something that was completely abstract. You
Mhm.
believed in it, and then you began to put the corresponding action behind it.
Mhm.
So that same process is a thing that we apply in other aspects, and we can.
Mhm.
Again, this comes back to what I was saying earlier about who was I before life happened,
Mhm.
because my tools have already been given to me.
You got to
if
get
my
back to
if
it.
my if I was assaulted because of my personality, it's my personality is the thing that's going to unlock the doors in my future.
Mhm.
That's actually what it was. Those things are oppositionary things that helps us to grow beyond it. So you
Mhm.
can look at it from a standpoint of, oh, they were just trying to douse my light. That's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is that I have an opportunity to now use this as motivation to build it stronger to overcome that.
Okay.
Because when I build, because for instance, every day we dealing with gravity, right? Gravity is a constant force that's working against us constantly.
Mhm.
But we don't even acknowledge it at this point. There was a point where we did though, where we felt gravity, where we felt like gravity was on us, which is why we teeter totter to be able to stand up. At some point or another, that
Mhm.
force becomes less and less
Oh,
relevant
that's why
to us.
babies have a hard time walking because of
Yeah, well,
gravity.
gravity
Okay.
is
Yeah,
on.
yeah. I never thought about that. They don't understand it. Their body doesn't understand it, so they have to learn how to.
They have to learn because
Yeah.
again, they're sitting, they're in the they're in the what's that sack called anyway? I know the term, but I can't think of it right now. But
Ambiotic or some shit.
yeah, they're
Mhm.
in that sack, which is actually protected
Fluid.
from gravity,
Mhm.
right?
Oh, okay.
So then when they come into to this aspect of existence, now gravity is a force that they have to deal with.
Oh,
But that
yeah.
gravity, that gravitational force is what helps them build themselves stronger
Mhm. For
because
getting preparing for birth into
preparing,
Earth.
yes, preparing for what life will
All
be
you niggas
now.
could get out now. Let me tell you something. We learning something tonight. Cash at me. Dollar sign. My
So
cash app is right up there. The dynamics is preaching tonight. I'm passing the offering plate for all those who have gone to bed. I'm gonna make sure you watch the end of this. Get the replay. The niggas preaching. I'm the deacon. I'm coming around with the offering plate. You see my cash app right here. This nigga done taught you niggas. So he's teaching me shit. And I used to whoop him. So I don't think he can teach me anything, but he's doing it. So everybody send me a cash app. Talk to me. He said the gravity of the amniotic fluid flew through the baby and now she's in the earth and she's flying in the wind. This nigga is wise. Okay, go ahead, go ahead. That's for the replay, people. Okay, no, I get it.
you
Yeah,
silly.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so I never thought of it that way. But you know how I thought of it is, like first of all, the thing is basic. Before we were earthbound, we did not breathe oxygen.
Right.
We were in fluid. So
Mm-hmm.
to say I can't swim, right?
Mm.
And being afraid of water, if you think about it, that's how you got here in water.
Yeah.
You didn't breathe oxygen, you were in fluid,
Yeah.
right? That's innately how we were created and we were sitting in that fluid. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then when we're born, the doctors have to pump our chest and pull the shit out and do all this foreign shit to get our bodies to wake up and say
Yeah.
breathe, right?
And breathe.
Mhm.
Breathe the oxygen. Here's a good point though to that though is that it, children, well, infants
Mhm.
naturally know how to swim.
Yeah,
That's
if you
the
can put them
perfect
in
time
water.
to put them
Dogs
in
too.
water.
Dogs too. I didn't think about that. You're right.
Yeah,
Right. That's why you're supposed to teach your baby how to swim right away. Cause it's gonna you think you're torturing them, but it's probably relief. They're probably like,
I know this,
right. Thank
right?
you, mommy, for this moment.
And so they naturally have the reaction to close their breath, they close their nose off, and they're just
Yeah.
in there and they're holding their breath during that time. Now, what they notice is that obviously that you don't have as much, you can't stay in that state as long. So
Right.
that's why we pull them out. But that's
Yeah.
the perfect time. But again, that just goes to the example. We come here with the tools. We're
Yeah, we
prepared.
do. Yeah, we do. You
So,
know.
but in our journeys, we lose that
Hmm.
and we set aside certain parts of our that we actually certain tools that we need in order to be the people that we actually have envisioned ourselves being.
Hmm.
Because when you look at a person who feels any disdain towards who they are today, is because innately inside them they see that they could be something different.
Hmm.
That's the only reason why you would have any type of apprehension towards your present tense, because I know that I could be something different.
Hmm.
No one has to tell me that I can be something different. Because here's the crazy part, right? If you think about it, When you don't have an expectation for something,
Mm-hmm.
it's not an issue.
Right.
If you
Right.
don't know that I can eat more than just rice and beans every day, rice and beans is just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's no expectation out of that because I haven't been exposed to anything different. The
Mm-hmm.
fact that you believe or that you could be upset about where my current state is because there is a vision in
It's
you
something,
of
you
a
know.
different
Listen,
version.
like your parents used to say, you know better.
It's in you.
Who who
It's in
who
us.
didn't hear their parents say, you know better?
Yeah,
Like I ain't even got to say nothing. You fucking know better. And
it's
I
in you.
think that's what we're saying. And then also I think about like making sure for me it's like um I forgot. It was a good point too, and I forgot.
Well, you were saying about we know better,
We
and
know better.
a part of that is making sure.
But it was something to what you just said. You just said it.
Well,
Um
what I was saying was that it's already in us,
oh yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
then
Because mommy used to say you already when okay, let me say it like this. God is not an external person. God is not an external force or being. And people pray as if God is something outside of you. It's something in the sky, far away. You know what I'm saying? And the reality is that God is you. You are God, right? God
Mhm,
is already in you. You're like you don't need all you need to do is tap in, right?
mhm,
But we're taught that God is something external, and so when you said, and I've always believed that, and that's based on what mommy, what I've been taught. But I mean, we all function on what we've been taught pretty much. It doesn't matter what it is because that's a form of conditioning too. But
mhm,
but I feel like it's healthier because it doesn't tie you into something. Like God is not a person. Like that's why I don't be like Jesus and other. I'll say it because I'm conditioned to. That's how I was raised. So when I pray, Jesus will come out of my mouth because that's is. Listen, I don't know if the nigga exists or not for real. Like, fine, that's fine, but it don't matter because I was conditioned to say, uh, in the name of Jesus Christ, Amen. I was a fucking what did he call it when we went at Ascension? We had the communion.
was it acolytes?
Yeah, acolyte. I was a fucking acolyte. Now they ask me what an acolyte is today. I don't fucking know. I just had to put the robe on, walk down the aisle with the candle in my hand, light the candles at the top of the shit, and go sit down. The vetter will be
Mm,
on one end, I'd be on the other, and we'd be looking at each other. Or the next Sunday we was in the choir. Like,
mhm,
I mean, listen, none of these things were negative. There was nothing wrong with, but it was like we only did it because we were taught to. So it's the same thing. I just feel like it's healthier to just believe. Okay, and I didn't want to believe last week, so this is I'm listening to myself. Okay, because I'm about to
ooh,
contradict myself.
do the work.
Look, so we have to believe that we are God, and I think that statement does not gonna sit well with people. You are God. But why I think that's important to know is when you're not tapping in, you're doing that.
Mhm,
It's not something external. It's not somebody you're dating. It's not your mate. It's not none of that. It's you.
mhm,
So if
yeah,
something's not in your life is not going the way you feel like it should go or you would like it to go. I mean, feel and like, right? Is not what you want. Just know you're the only one that can change that because you are God. The power and the source is within you. You have to choose to tap in. That's where the work starts. That's where they lose me because I'm lazy than a bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, fuck it. I'll just stay right here, legs swelling on. They're like, you need to do A, B, and C. I'm like, okay, I'll
listen,
just use my FMLA Because you get lazy. You don't want to fix it because it's work, Jason.
Yeah. And sometimes it's faith fatigue
Okay.
because and we talk about this too is with compassion fatigue and you can become fatigued in just about everything. But it's when you feel like I've been doing and I've done this before, but it didn't work,
Okay. Talk to me.
right?
Yeah.
And because then in our society and the way
Mhm.
we've been conditioned throughout the years to believe with our front brain, which is believing that these everything is just rational and it has to, all add up or whatever the case may
Right.
be. But that's not always the case. And the problem that I find with this and that I'm learning in this process
Mhm.
is those are very limiting beliefs because what also doing is I'm also removing the opportunity to allow my imagination to now inform what it is that I actually begin to live out, right? So when and I'm using the term imagination, I haven't defined that term for you guys, but that is something that I think we should do is define what some of these terms mean because we tend to use that term and we only associate that when you think of the term imagination, you think of children. You
And you
don't think
think
of adults.
cartoon. Yeah.
Right. You think of something that is fake, something that is fiction, something that isn't real and tangible, but that is so far from the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Imagination is what drove you to become who you were and are. Imagination is how you began to learn how to walk. You saw something and believed that you could have it. I can do that too. I can I watch my son when he sees his big brother doing something and he says, "Oh, I can do that." And he tries. And
Mm-hmm.
it don't look nothing like what his brother was doing.
Right. You like, bro, you got a ways to go, but keep trying.
You got a ways to go. When I was
Right.
driving,
Right.
Zion said, "Daddy, can you teach me how to drive?" I can drive. And his statement is, "I can do it. I
Right.
can do it."
He's like, no, this
Right?
looks real simple right here. I think
Yeah,
I got
I can
this.
I can do it.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
has no doubts in his mind
Not
that he
driving.
can do it.
Yeah, right.
So I have the opportunity and I have the privilege. Yeah, you can.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it. Come sit on daddy's lap
Mm-hmm.
and let's go.
Okay,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Come sit on my lap and let's go. All right.
I
Let's
was
take a
thinking you was
left.
gonna put him in the seat and say, "See, you can't do it. Your feet don't reach the pedal, nigga. Get back in the back seat."
Mm-mm.
See,
It
that's
don't
the wrong
because
one. That's the
no,
wrong one.
nah,
I
because
didn't think
it's
about
teamwork.
putting them on your lap because we did that back in the day. They don't
Yeah,
do that
yeah, yeah.
anymore.
I put him on my lap. All right. We get to the light. Okay. So where we going? We're gonna go left or right.
Mm-hmm.
I say, okay, we're gonna go. Let's go. I'm pointing to a direction. Tell me what direction is that?
Mm-hmm.
That's left. Okay, and here's the blinker. Put the blinker on. We're going
Mm-hmm.
left. Okay. All right, you ready? Look to the right. Look to the left. Is it clear? There's any cars coming? No. Okay. Now go ahead. Turn the wheel to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as he does that, I let off the brake and let's go
Mm-hmm.
ahead and move. And
Mm-hmm.
he's steering the car, and he's hella excited
Right.
because he is doing something he saw himself being able to do.
Right.
All I'm saying is we come here with that, but that's not a defect. That's
Mm-hmm.
our life source.
Mm-hmm.
We're conditioned to not believe that we have the ability, but we do.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the part I just really feel so strongly about when it comes to us as people is that all it is, a lot of the stuff that we've accepted
Mm-hmm.
is only because it was suggested.
Right.
It's not because it's the truth about who you
But
are.
you did
It's
you
not because it's who you will be.
right. Let me ask you this. I gotta get into this Maya Angelou. Did you find the real clip you wanted us to see or no?
Well, the other clip, no, I haven't found it, but I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna look for it and I'll send it to you. And I'm also going to do because this is the second time this happened to me today.
What?
Where I didn't listen to what it was that was saying I should do this, and I didn't do it. I didn't follow through.
Oh,
And
with the clip, with the clip.
Oh, the clip? I
Hmm.
had no idea that we were gonna get on this subject tonight, but last night when I was sitting up, I ran across a clip, and I loved the clip, and I thought I had every intention on sending it to
Yeah.
you, but I was like,
Hmm.
she's not really
Well,
that
you
has no
just
bearing
never
on
know. I just like to have it in my phone, even if we be like, "Oh no, we're not gonna." You
nah.
never know.
But it's one of those it's a reminder for me, like, bro, you're tapped in.
Hmm.
Follow the fucking breadcrumbs. When I send
Hmm.
it to you, just follow it.
Hmm. Hmm.
It came to you. You don't always think about sending her a clip, but
Hmm.
when something hits your spirit about it, just fucking follow
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I agree with that.
Just go with it and be done with it.
Because
You
we're
know?
unlatched, honestly, it's like you just never know. That's the whole thing. I always say that. It's like you just never know. So my title was "Is honesty always the best policy?" We've been all over the place, but we low key talked about that. I made the shit up. I don't even know
Always.
how we got there. But
Always.
but
So,
okay, so we
but
have to
man, listen, I told you, man. I mean, I just trusted the whole process because I felt like it was gonna be dope, no matter what it was. So
yeah.
um I'm gonna I think we do need to take some clips out of this one because I think we
Yeah,
did
yeah.
we
I
hit
need
some
you to
dope
do
points.
that. I can't do that.
Yeah.
God. I mean,
Yeah.
I could
So let's
screenshot, but I can't like take.
listen, your screenshots work.
I'll do that too. I'll do some screenshots, and then you need to pick some.
Yeah, your screenshots are dope. They work. They get the message. That's all that
Look at
matters.
them pumping me up. Tomorrow, go ahead. You could do it.
No, I'm just saying because I don't know. I see what you're talking about, but it don't fucking matter. I promise you it don't. Because I look at clips that be screenshotted and I don't register because I'm focused on the information and what I see. All
Hmm.
that other little minute shit around the screen, that shit don't matter to me.
Hmm.
It really doesn't matter to me. And eventually we're gonna get to a point where we can hire somebody to do all that. And that's what they do. And then be
Well,
done
you a
with it.
sugar daddy. Why you can't pay for it? You could hire
Um,
somebody, sugar daddy.
yeah. I didn't say I was a sugar daddy, so don't put that out there. I
Well,
just said
you did. You said you
no,
were
I said
free
I feel like I'm getting to the point in life
where you're gonna
where
be a sugar
it
daddy.
all makes sense to me.
This nigga gonna talk in circles around me, nigga.
No, it just makes sense. I
Oh
see
my god,
the possibilities are rich.
you
But
ain't
no, but
lying.
seriously though, man, man, look, we're at 2 hours. Thank you guys so much for
Yeah,
sliding
thank
tonight
you.
and being with us and just vibing.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll
just
find
vibing,
clips
man.
and post
We
them.
appreciate it.
Because I'm high, right? I've been high the whole time for the most part, right? But I mean, I'm engaged. But I'm sure, like, if I go and watch this back, I'm gonna be like,
You don't have to do all that.
I think I'm gonna feel that way,
No,
have
you don't have to do
regret.
that. Nah, don't.
Look at this. I'm not wearing these glasses anymore.
Girl, where you? Oh,
I'm,
good night, Rooks. Good night. Good night.
oh, Rooks is still here. Okay, okay.
Yeah, Rooks was working.
We
She was.
love
I
you.
think she was editing or doing
Oh,
something.
okay. We love you, Rooks.
Yeah, I love you, Rooks, man. Appreciate you.
Stop sharing.
Hey,
Stop
stay at
sharing.
it, girl. You
Stop
making
sharing. Stop
you
sharing.
making huh?
Stop sharing. Rooks.
Who?
Rooks. You supposed
No,
to, you're doing it good. You're great. Stop sharing,
no,
Rooks.
no. She be
My
out there with it
timeline,
though.
you fucking my timeline up with
Yeah,
these
yeah.
people who eat snails. And we know we don't want to watch that, Rooks. This is a safe space, Rooks. Tell the truth. We're in this. It's only us in here. Rooks, stop. Because I don't want love y'all more. Okay, we love you too. Have a good night.
Good night, Mary Ann. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
Marianne's going to bed too. Oh, we told her
Yeah.
we leaving. Yeah, we did say that. Thank you both. Okay, love you, Marianne. I love Marianne. I be trying to help people. Stop. Shit. You already at 20K, goddamn, ain't you? Stop sharing them weird motherfuckers into my timeline and fucking it up. Love you, Marianne. We love Marianne. I don't
Yeah.
even ever see people community tab. That's your problem. You're not engaged. Stop. I'm telling you right now because I love. Stop sharing that shit and fucking up my timeline. No excuses. I don't want to see somebody in India eating off of their big toe. And you're like, here's a member. I'm like, look, you heard what I said.
Hey,
38K. My God, today you at
damn.
100 million subscribers. That's 100
Yo,
million.
she was just at 20 not too long
Right.
ago.
And they're all listen, and she will share every last 38,000 of these motherfuckers and fuck my timeline up.
Wow, you are
I
grown.
love
Matter of
you.
fact,
I don't share people
Drea
with any of them.
actually
Well, I'm just
Drea actually was hit like some milestone too recently. I just saw
oh
her
yeah.
briefly mention it.
I'm so happy
She
for both.
she did a good one too. So
Yeah.
you guys are doing great, man. I mean, you
And
guys are
that's know that
active,
they're
man.
friends in real life. That's the part. I did not know they were
Who?
physical friends, Rooks and Drea. Rooks
Are
and
you
Drea have
serious?
they've been friends for years. Rooks brought Drea on and told her to start YouTube.
Are
Yep.
they close in age?
I don't know. Rooks, are you guys close in age? They're friends in real life. Rooks brought Drea to the internet. And Drea's just taking and Drea's having so much fun. That's the thing too. What you creators need to understand.
Over
Just have
10
fun.
years.
Look at that. See? I did not know that. When I found out, I was like,
Oh,
what?
so Rooks, you hella young too.
Look at
Oh, you
Marianne.
have the
Marianne, I thought you was going to
babies.
bed. Rooks, I love your shorts.
Oh.
Right. No, her shorts are good though. I don't know how you do that shit. That looks hard. It looks good. And you know what, Rooks? It seems like you have more participation too from the family. This is another thing. When she was struggling to get them things, she'd be talking. I don't know if this is true, Rooks. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now that you're bigger and you have more numbers, is the family like, oh shit, maybe this shit is for real. Maybe she can do what she wants to not work. Her YouTube for her is this gonna retire me early. So
Mhm,
do you see how her mission is
mhm.
different?
And
Whereas
your
I'm just
mission
here
informs your
acting a
practice.
fool and that's it. Like so I'm like, stop sharing them motherfuckers. But them sharing them got her a part of that. But it's like, I don't know. Again, she had an imagination and the odds were not in her favor when she started. Like the family wasn't really into it. But now you see Vino, it was a process. So that's what I'm recognizing the process. I'm 41. Oh, and Dre's
Oh,
33.
yeah, she said, Drea was on YouTube
Oh,
first.
Dre is 30. Oh, was she?
Yeah.
No, Dre was on YouTube. Oh my God, I thought it was you. I used to watch her and I said I want to do that and then I pushed her. Oh wow. Did you guys meet in like in on over YouTube or did you know each other? I feel like I'm yelling. God damn.
Well, no, she said she used to watch her, so I
Yes,
figured
they
she knew her.
show up now.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
look, the family shows up now. She's at 38K. Be calling me talk about are you doing a video today? Are you fucking kidding me? They are something else. Thank you, Marianne. Um,
they got on board.
yeah. So
So
anyway, imagination. It all started with her imagination
she
and her
saw it,
believing that
and
she could do YouTube.
when you're when it informs your practices, that's the part, is that it has to get to a point where things begin to inform your practice, because your practices are tell the story.
I love this. She was giving up, so I got on and grew show. I'm like, come on back, Drea. So you guys, you see how the universe
Um,
works? It's
yeah.
like I wouldn't have known that Drea started it, but it became too much, and she didn't. She lost the imagination.
Oh, wait a minute. She used to date somebody in the family.
She used to date Vino's cousin.
Ooh,
Oh, so you met in person on a couple's trip, but she
ooh.
happened to start a YouTube before you. Okay,
Oh, I'm
Vino's
curious.
cousin. How does that
I
work?
want to know more about
Date
this.
Vino's cousin. No, I could see that because that would be like me. I'll use like David for example. I'm being cool with somebody David used to date. That would be awkward if that would be a little awkward for me.
What she was closer to?
Wait, Vino's cousin, not
Yeah,
Vino, but Vino's cousin. So
yeah.
that's removed. Okay, I'm not thinking of it right. She is killing it. I mean, you guys, you both are. You have to put in a lot of work to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know, like for the honestly, like no, but seriously, there's a lot of. I wish there was a filter on YouTube, honestly, that allowed your feed. You could filter your feed. So anything community post related would be in a different feed. And then you could put your feeds in order, like what do you want to see first, like when you open up YouTube and you go into your account, what do you want to see first, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking for the people that I watch on a regular basis to see if they post it, whatever, but I'm overwhelmed by all these shares of people I don't give a fuck about. So just as a person who watches YouTube, I'd be like, I don't have any way to stop that. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
my people I really want to watch are way down at the bottom, and then I got to remember their name and put the shit in so I could get past all the extras, right? And I wonder, when you're sharing these people, is this something that you actually like? Is this something that you actually watch? Or do you do it just because it's the right thing to do and it gets you numbers? I think that's what my question would be. Hey, baby. Your boy left a meal on the counter. That's okay. Frozen. Oh, one of his meals? Yeah. Oh, he forgot one? Just put it in the refrigerator. Refrigerator or freezer? Refrigerator. All right. Yeah.
Tell the homie I said what's happening.
I don't really see people's feed. I'm so to a lot of people. Why don't you see their feed? See that? I'm talking about you. Okay. Am I saying it right? Maybe I'm not saying it right. She has to see. So like Rooks, if you just open the app, right? Let's say I'm just here and I open YouTube. I'm just making sure I'm saying this right. If I just go to the YouTube app and open it, my shit comes up. And then what comes up right away is under all. So it shows me everything under there. So if I just start scrolling, I'm seeing shorts, but then like, oh yeah, I'm seeing somebody here, right here. I don't even know who this person is. And then I see somebody shared her out. But I've actually, but to contrast what I just said, like sometimes some shit will come across and I'll go look at it. I'll be like, oh, okay. And then I'll like look at their channel. So it does work. Jason, are you listening?
I am.
So it
I am
does
listening.
work. It does
No.
work to a degree because I have found people that I like on a feed. So I don't know. I'm torn. I do it to help others, right? I know, but
Well, I mean,
if
listen,
you have 1K sub, you
we have 3 people
okay.
that we know for a fact and we've seen their growth.
Yeah.
We got Rooks, we got Drea,
Right.
and Peachy.
Uh-huh.
And they're
What
like
is that? Oh, okay. Why are
whatever it
you always
is.
doing
Let's
that?
just not even worry about
Oh,
it.
because you put 2 fingers up.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Why
Yeah.
does it
Let's
not work?
just be okay with it.
I don't understand. Are you on the phone?
No, I'm on my Mac.
Laptop?
Yeah.
Or a desktop? I don't
Mac
know.
MacBook.
Okay, you're on your MacBook. Damn, I don't know why I can't do it.
I think you should not worry about it.
I mean, I don't like not being able to do something I want to do. I mean, okay, let's see what Rook said. She said, we all share and people share us. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know you share now. If I don't know nothing else, I know you share. But, I mean, part of it is, look how she's grown. I mean, at the end of the day, you do what you got to do, shit. Period. And she's doing her thing. I want to know how much she gets a month from YouTube. Put it down in the comments, Rooks. Rooks, how much do you make a month on YouTube on average? I want to know.
I
And
think
the title of this is honesty always the best policy? Because when Rook says she makes 10,000 a month on this motherfucker, I'm about to hit the ceiling. I'm cutting this live off. Rook, talk to me. Wait, maybe that's inappropriate to ask. Is that inappropriate to ask?
I think it's very inappropriate.
Oh, you do? It's like
Yeah.
asking what? Okay, we don't. I wouldn't
That's
tell
like
you
you
how much
asking
I make a
me
year. I wouldn't tell nobody.
casually, "Hey man, how much you make?"
No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do
Trying to
that.
figure out
I wouldn't tell nobody how much.
why you asking? That's what I want
Right,
to know.
right. That part.
What you need? That's the question.
Oh my God, you ain't lying. Tell me you nosy fellow.
What you need? Some? You need-
So what?
Hold on, because my sugar daddy vibes. Hold on, what you
Ew.
need?
Yeah. See, put
What
your
you
pinky
need?
up, nigga.
You need
You're
some?
missing a pinky.
All I'm saying is you need what you need.
TAF.
What you need? Shout and let me know. What's happening?
See what happened?
What's
See,
happening?
The dogs are trying to get out the door. This nigga said, "What happening?"
Let's
What is
hand.
okay? I'm about to cut down though because I'm not about to keep putting people on when they ain't doing ish to help me.
Go
It,
ahead, girl.
it wasn't TIF for that. Let me let these dogs out. I don't know what these acronyms mean.
Basically, she said they ain't reciprocating the energy. Then fuck them.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That sounds about right. So anyway, okay, I love you. I'm out of here. Um, not requesting giveaways. What? Not requesting giveaways. Do people do that? Come on, can you do a giveaway? Like who does that? I guess they do.
Well, listen.
How you gonna
If
request
you
a
need a
giveaway?
sponsor
What you gonna sponsor?
to give away,
But that means you gotta. Oh, you're a sugar daddy. She
hmm?
don't need her. You gonna?
That's not
Well,
what
you
I'm
gonna
saying.
give? Oh, sorry. Well, you gonna
The
give her
fuck,
money for her giveaway? Why would you do that?
nigga, from Unlatched, motherfucker. Do you not put two and
Oh,
two together?
oh my
God
god.
damn. You know what? Just cut this motherfucker off.
No, wait. I know. Listen. All you gotta do is tell me. I'm just saying. But let me see. Motherfuckers already think I'm rich. Oh, they do. If I say what I make, wait, they'll think I have free money to give away. That's
Oh,
a
okay.
shame. That's really
All
a
right.
shame, though.
That's true though. That's
Yeah,
how
people
people do act.
they make assumptions about what.
Yeah.
But anyway, it don't matter how much I make because it's net versus gain. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
That's why
It-
I don't tell
my
nobody
overhead is
nothing.
more than yours. If my
I
overhead
don't
was 1,500 a month, hell yeah, I'll be rich. But my
nah,
overhead is 6,000 a month. Okay, so no, I'm not rich. We in the same boat.
I keep that shit to myself. I don't even
This
tell my
nigga about
family.
I'll text you.
My family don't even ask me. They know a nigga work though. They know a nigga work, but
Oh my
they say, "Oh shit, that nigga
god.
he making something." That's what we know.
That's
He
all we
don't never
know.
ask us for nothing. That's what we know. He don't
Right.
ever.
Come on. Right. He's our go-to. That's her point. That's Rook's point. But all right, baby, I love you.
All right, love you too,
And I
man.
will
Thanks.
what's today? Thursday? Yeah.
Yeah,
We on for next week.
for sure.
Um, okay,
Ooh,
that's our
oh, I'll
normal
be in Atlanta
Thursday.
next week too.
You'll be in Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm gonna be with my
Oh,
babies.
because you're gonna be huh?
I'm gonna be with my babies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you bringing them back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Get
Yeah,
my
I remember.
babies. Get my little baby faces.
And you gonna
Yeah.
he's bringing the kids back for the summer, y'all. But we can still do the podcast from Atlanta.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's
we're
not a
we're
problem.
universal. What do they call it? Worldwide.
Mm-hmm. We're international.
We're international.
We're international because we gonna fuck around and do the podcast when I'm out of town one of these times too.
He's sending us
Shit,
off.
we would have done it in Florida if we was on that week because I would have took that little time and said, "Fuck it, man. This 2 hours ain't nothing." Shit, I enjoy tapping in with y'all anyway, so it is what it is.
Pimp Daddy / preacher. We had church tonight.
Who said that?
I said it.
Who's a pimp daddy?
You. Pimp
No
Daddy
man, don't
/
put that shit out
preacher.
there because I'm not no pimp daddy. I
What
ain't
do
even
you
close to
call
that.
it? Sugar Daddy. Sugar Daddy / preacher.
I I
Perfect
just said
combination.
I'm getting to a point where I
Perfect
feel
combination. Let's go out on a song, y'all. This is Spirit talking. Everybody put your seatbelt on. This is the
no.
last song of the night. It's called Perfect Combination.
Mm.
It just came to my spirit thinking of that dynamicist.
Oh man.
Okay? He's the perfect combination. Stacy Ladisaw. Good night, y'all.
Lettucey?
No, not Lettucey. Stacy Ladisaw is her
Okay.
name. Okay? Here we go. Think of the dynamicist. Perfect combination.
It better be a good song.
Sugar
Know that.
Daddy / what was the other one? Sugar Daddy / preacher. That was it.
Mm-mm.
Nigga. Here we go. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
Two hearts together, we're a harmony so right. Two sparks united, we're a fire burning bright. For the truth, always brand new.
Right from the jump, we had a hunch that we had everything. Perfect combination. Love plus you and me, a perfect combination. We couldn't ask for any better. Perfect combination. We fit to a team. Perfect combination. We're going to take the black forever together. So deep inside we share a feeling that's so rare, so sweet, just knowing that we are a special pair. Right on time, we're two of a kind.
That's Johnny Gill, y'all.
This love will grow stronger every day. Perfect combination. Love plus you and me. Perfect combination. We couldn't ask for any better. Perfect combination. We fit to a team. A perfect combination. We're gonna take the last forever together.
We love y'all.
We can conquer any mountain.
We can conquer any mountain. Come on.
Just as long as we're together.
That's why I'm still married.
We are in this fountain, overflowing with love. Perfect love. Perfect combination. Love plus you and me. Perfect combination. We couldn't ask for any better.
She's out singing Johnny Gill on this.
Combination. We're gonna take the last forever. Perfect combination. Perfect combination. Perfect combination. We couldn't ask for any better. Baby, yeah. You and me, just you and me, yeah. Baby, perfect combination.
We gotta believe it. If you ain't got it, you better believe you can have a perfect combination around this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So that moment
That's
comes.
absolutely.
All right, I love you, Cuzzo.
All right,
I'll
love
see
you
you
too,
later.
Cuzzo.
Bye, y'all. Appreciate you for sliding.
Yeah,
Peace.
always.
Oh my God. Hurry up.